Hello. I have a wild build, people. I have a wild build. I'll show it off in just a second. Let me just start the tournament. Goblins. Tournament starting. Look-see at this. Feast your eyes. I'm up against Manoft, okay. Alrighty. I have never spoken to them before. Interesting. Yo. So look at this. Silac One Eye. Murworm action. He has minus 10% speed. Combined with Frostheart Phoenix. Minus 12% speed. So nothing can escape them. We got the killing power of the gods. Eltharion, because he's good. And Skycutter Kite. Think about it. Is this not insane? Too expensive? I don't know. This is a pretty crazy single entity stack. I feel like I can make it work. The goal is to try and make Silac work today. I think Silac can get a lot of work done. The Frostheart Phoenix has been used here and there in many metas, so I'm going to be trying them out too. So fingers crossed it goes well. Also, happy patch day. Happy patch day. Oh, my hair is going wild. Jeez. Happy patch day, though. We got some crazy stuff. What's he playing? Tomb Kings. Oh, boy. A fast Winston. Thanks so much for the 12 months. 1 year. Turn would be proud. I sure hope so. Fun updates, by the way. So range units are a little bit better. They don't walk sideways no more when you give them attack commands. Thank goodness. They'll actually attack. Crazy. Incompatible versions. Do you have the Total Tavern mod pack? Can people join this tournament halfway? They can, and they are encouraged to. Interesting. Let's see here. Are you on 7.1.0? Alright. My opponent can't join me. We'll have to figure things out. It's not the third time we've gone to fix. It's a slow process. It's like the chipping away at the many issues of range units. But yes, we've gone through a few iterations. Slaanesh nerfs were quite light, actually. In fact, they buffed the Praeton, so clearly Slaanesh will be OP now. But no, I do think you are correct. Correct, Wind. I think the Slaanesh changes were pretty light. I think the Beastmen, they got the... What's it? They got the Cockatrice to its normal price now. Acelin got Master of the Mist 2 uses, but there's no cooldown. So I'm pretty sure that's just unintended. For the safety of the tournament, we're not allowing that. Although, maybe we go full chaos, but the 0 cooldown's a little silly. I don't know. It just feels really weird. Dreadmaw got fixed, so you can use it in multiplayer and unburrow it when you summon it in. Chaos lost. Oh, you want to see something fun, guys? Warriors of Chaos. They lost the Bearmen. Wait a second, did they? Oh boy. Oh boy, they can still do it. Yeah, CA forgot to restrict the units. Oh, CA. Right after the Reddit post talking about polishing the game? Oh, that's a doozy. That's an oopsie-doopsies. Classic CA. I know, right? It's okay. Technically, they were right about the extended roster. They did move them to the extended roster. So, like, who's to say that they didn't do their job? Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. What else did they do? Very small changes. Devotee's got more ammo. Slongor's got a mini nerf. Chimera's got a pretty decent nerf, but I think they'll still be good. The Kala minus 200 gold's pretty funny. Mask of Slaanesh plus 100 gold. What will I ever do? What will I do? Win with the mask? Let's see here. Druchii Anointed got some extra physical resist. I guess that's like. Norska, Fimir Noble got insignificant buffs. Yeah, honestly, I don't think this patch changes much. I don't think this patch changes much, honestly. Unless the Acelin thing gets underway and like people start spamming high elf pew pew builds. And you know, range units in general are better. Alright, here we go. And so we have our opponent. And here we go. So the playing Tomb Kings, I want to see if the High Elves have the gusto in them. Do they have the oomph to punch him in the face? I don't know. I feel like this build is kind of wild. But maybe I feel like maybe we're cooking a little bit. Call me crazy. Like, come on, man. How can you go wrong with 3 Skycutters? Oh, boy. So, obviously, we're going Skycutter Kite. I'm going to need some capture weight after, right? So, I'm going to need a little bit of Reaver Archer support. If it's Tomb Kings, they kind of suck versus stuff like Silver Helms. Do I go for the Oceanids too, though? I feel like Oceanids could be pretty cool versus Tomb Kings. Anyone know if they can tank Ushopti Greatbow units? My initial thought is no, but you never know. Today is gonna be wild, man. I have no idea if this cooks or is just absolutely atrocious. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna need something to deal with Ushopti, aren't I? I think Ushopti are definitely a bit of a doozy. Tomb King they can kind of suffer versus a bunch of SCs though, so that's kind of what we're going to be playing around with today. Don't expect this to be a super successful day, but I will be trying my best to get somewhere here. Caradrian. That's a Mist Mage, that's not Caradrian. I can't take Caradrian, I have too many single entities. Oh boy. Yo, anyone know if Noble Chariots are still good? What if I take a Noble Chariot with the missile resist? Go like old school Warhammer 2 tech? Could be good. Could even get the Colossal Strike. Give him some anti-large. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Alright, here we go. My opponent says he's ready. Let's just do it. Cross your fingers, people. Cross them good. How do you counter Oceanids? You shoot them in the face. I know the missile resist and physical resist look scary, but I'm telling you right now, a unit of goblin archers will actually wreck them pretty hard. Melee is where they specialize. Oceanids slap in melee, unless you have that high melee attack and magic attacks. But man, are they bad against shooting. So just shoot them. Get your slings, get your arrows. Get whatever you can and you're good. Larry. Ooh, I kind of want to get a L'Oreal in at some point, but not quite yet. Druchii Anointed still a suspect competitively, I suspect? Absolutely. Plus 15% physical resist is not going to save that guy. Ah, yeah, here we go. Ready? Good luck, everyone. What if I use the Sky Cutters to kill the Ushopti? Would that not be insane? That would be pretty sick, actually. Does this thing... It hates trees. Good to know. Yeah, I could use these guys to just kill the great bows. Yeah, for some reason, water is less than sharp wood. I don't know. But that's how it would be. Any buff to them is great for PvE, because that hero is pretty much a must-bring. True, yeah. Druchii Anointed in campaign are actually insane now. Plus 15% Phys Res. With the stacking you can do in campaign, it's become invincible. So much faster. When they do YouTube awards, I'm putting you down as my favorite cooking channel. Jeez. Will my opponent cook harder? We got a Kalita. We got a Bone Giant. We got the chosen Ushopti. Alright, so obviously this is going to be a little weird, right? We have the Kalita. She is on her mount, so she's going to be a little expensive. The Bone Giant, though, I don't know if I want to tussle with that. In fact, I don't know what the crap I'm supposed to do. He's going to start sniping me with the Kalita Lich Priest combo, right? There's the magic recharge already coming on in. But if I can just beeline this Ushopti, maybe have him get slightly overextended, we might actually be able to get some work in. This is a good time to get my extra missile resist too, courtesy of this little noble over here. And while this may seem like I have been just straight up countered, I assure you, we are. But I can probably make do with this, alright? Look how exposed these guys are. What's he got? One Skeleton Horseman? I'm going to use the trees to cover my approach. We're going to actually land Altharian to hide from the death. For obviously we do not want to get punched in the face there. And then we're gonna bring in the Skycutters. We're gonna camp his face. He ain't got no flying units or anything. Alright, and who's he targeting? Altharian's gonna take up into the skies once again. And the magic is probably gonna go to healing whoever is dying. So there's the net. That's kind of fine though, right? I don't think we really have to worry about the net. I guess I'll just get a Frostheart Phoenix. Yeah, there you go. There's the heal. And there's the big ol' fat dive on the Ushopti. So that should take him out fairly well. Then we're gonna get our Sky Cutters here, and they're gonna start bullying Kalita like no one's business. And we're just gonna stick to him. We're just gonna stick to his face. Holy crap, Sky Cutter's actually doing some work to the Lich Priest too. Interesting. Maybe I can make some use of that. Altharian's Mistwalker Barrage, pretty hype. And we got the Murworm in. 1 million damage to that poor infantry over there. Very nice. Lich Priest. Suffering. Having the worst time of his life. Bone Daddy Giant. Also. Kind of not doing that great. My Noble, though, he's a different story. He ain't too happy about Chad Lita actually just punching his face in. And some of my boys get caught up, so. Not exactly a perfect situation. Murworm is tanking it, though. It is actually tanking it quite well, too. And you know what? Maybe we can get some work done here. In the meantime, we'll just fight these guys. I do not fear no little dudes there. These carrion are no problem. Capture weight, though, is a separate issue. And my Noble apparently does not know how to move. Now, that may be slightly problematic, but I'm sure he'll rally. The Crowmen are almost no more. That's good. Let's heal him up. Up. Can't click his portrait in there. Afrogort. But hey, one major target is down. I'll take that. Very nice. Yeah, you can see how much these guys are struggling. Silac got that sick heal too. And here we go. Noble's back. All right. Get him back in there. Silac needs to dip though. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, the net. Not the net. Alright, Silac's kind of getting beat up. I'm going to need to save him. Because he's going to try and chase him off, right? Come on, Silac, come on. Get the missile resist. What are you doing, Silac? Alright. Come on, Silac. Get that charge bonus over there. Should keep you alive a little longer. There he goes. Alright, so Silac's dead. But... not quite, not fully. He's just routing. And just routing does not a unit kill make. I am going to instead just, yeah, we're just going to go over here. We're going to save this guy's butt. Little Bone Giant shouldn't be too much of a problem here. And then Altharian can start getting some work done. We're going to have some cavalry in the cookie jar. There you go. Thank goodness Altharian's a Chad. And Silac's going to rally. The big boy is back. Alright, so next up, we just gotta kill off everything else. This guy has brought a mighty large number of anti-large forces, though, I must say. There's the net on good old Altharian. But You look at my actual flyers here. They're doing pretty well. In fact, they're kind of crumbling, the Sepulchral Stalkers. I can send one over there. These two on Kalita. She could have a pretty rough time. Silak's gonna live. Very nice. And just like that. Sky Cutters. They have charge bonus of the gods. Very good at just mulching whoever they charge. But whoa, Shopty summon on my face. Alright. It's gonna make life a little bit more difficult, but not impossible. Unfortunately, though, I am actually running into capture point issues. Chat was right. Chat was definitely right about that. But surely we can capture this point soon. I'm gonna do my best. Let's see here. Lich Priest suffering. Eltharion is netted. Slightly problematic. Ever so slightly. Let's see here. I'm going to, you know what? Yeah, let's get our archers here just for some capture weight. And Silak needs to get over here along with the noble. He's obviously too buried on this point for me to actually get work done. Oh, big hit on Kalita though. Hey, if I kill Kalita, maybe there's a chance. That's a fake Ushapti summon. Alright, let's go over here. Yo, look at this guy though. He dodges. This guy has a little bit of experience at least. Look at those sick Kalita dodging plays. Come on. I'm gonna go for the kill though. You know what? If she doesn't die here, yeah, I'm just gonna Arcane Unforging her face. That'll just get the job done. It's much easier than suffering through everything else. And that is going to get her killed. Nice. Glorious. Alright, just some Nahakara warriors here. Not a big problem. Not a big problem in the slightest. There you go. And you know what? It honestly doesn't seem that bad. All things considered. Silak's kind of crushing it. Altharion's crushing it. Noble sucks though. Noble was the worst idea I ever had in my entire life. But other than that, I think it's actually not too bad. As we do secure our first point. Great success. Great success. Also, Kathy unironically does counter Slaanesh. It's kind of wild. Glorious. Glorious. Alright. So with capture point number 1 secured, now what we gotta do is get the rest. In a relatively short amount of time. Sepulchral Stalkers will be kind of a menace too. But I have a plan for them also. First things first, these Sky Cutters actually have pretty nice range attacks. Unfortunately though, these guys are out of ammo, so I guess that doesn't really work out too well for me. The anti-large is going to be pretty nasty versus Eltharion too. Would have guessed. Heal yourself, buddy. Heal yourself up. Alright, plan B. I'm going to use the Sky Cutters as chariots. Eltharion will be fine. Silak got routed though. Okay, that's kind of rough. And if I can capture a second point in due time, I think we're good. Honestly, I might not even need Silak very much. And then once I get birds going, I think we're good. Now we're gonna see a Kalita resummon, maybe. You know what? Screw it. Screw the bird summon. I'm just gonna capture this point first with my dudes. Eltharion will have his Mistwalker barrage soon. That's good. Silak dies though. What did he even die to? I don't know. Regardless, I should still be able to capture this point, and then I have all the time in the world to simply uptrade. Eltharion just needs to not die. He's taking damage from... Oh, crap, there's a whole Ushapti. It's a whole Ushapti here this whole time. Well, I'm gonna have to dodge then. Keep Eltharion on the move, and he'll be okay. Maybe they'll even friendly fire themselves. I do have the capture point. And yeah, you can see he's hard focusing Eltharion right now. The guy really wants him dead. Mistwalker Barrage will be good though. I do have a pretty nice Cav collapse on his forces. We're gonna have about 5 minutes to try and end this game. I'm gonna need to kill those Ushapi though, obviously. My camera positioning. Kinda doing me dirty. Eltharion. He'll be just fine. He'll be just fine. Alright, here we go. He dodge it. Oh, he didn't dodge it, but his resistances are gonna keep him alive. I do have enough magic for one more thingamajig too. I just need this bone giant to not shoot him. Land! Land in the trees! Oh, we disarmed the bone giant with the charge. Huge. Absolutely huge. Alright, next up. I just gotta hold this point. Yeesh. Oh my gosh. Alright, not bad, not bad. We did get a fairly nice catch here at least. And the bone giant is occupied. But I am once again double capped. Which means life is going to be a little tricksy. As long as I can keep the bone giant occupied though, it's not the end of the world. Eltharion can now begin to participate in the battle again. So there was no Khalida resummon, mind you. I think he's strong enough now to tank at least one hit from the Bone Daddy. But he whiffs because the Bone Giant sucks butts. Alright, I'll take that, I'll take that. And he'll have another heal soon enough. Alright, so he just has to sit and grind. Unfortunately, I'm stuck to just summoning in this random Phoenix. It's not the best case scenario. But we will be able to mass crumble away Tomb King's forces here. And then it shall only be this tiny group left. I can live with that. I can live with that. Unfortunately, I have like no capture weight. But as long as Eltharion doesn't die, he has another heal for himself. There you go. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're actually kind of winning this. The odds are non-zero. Alright, there you go. So capture point secured. What I really need, though, is to resummon a bunch of fools. Very badly. Thank goodness these chariots are super good against infantry, so we're just going to wipe the floor with his infantry here. Very nice. Going to use the bird to stall because I need my cavalry to capture. And they will capture nicely. There we go. Bone Daddy will be routing off the battlefield. And it's all about the resummons now, right? I thankfully have a decent amount of time on my hands. Alright, there you go. Should be some pretty big crumbling on these guys. Yeah, and then I'm going to... man, I really don't want to just waste money on this summon. They're not going to capture very quickly, at least, so I think we're okay. Taking our time here. Look at that body block on those boys over there, by the way. Okay, yeah, and he's going to summon just a bunch of skeleton horsemen. That is fine. That's actually totally fine by me, as we can counter with our own Reaver cavalry. They'll do quite well. And then as long as I can make the transition there soon enough, we're good. I'll have about 2 minutes, though. 2 minutes to retake the point after it is secured. So that's going to be not very pretty. Thankfully, I should be able to stall at least a little longer with the support of all my skirmishers. Look at this guy, though. Oh, it's going to be close. All right, here we go. And the big fight begins. So Eltharion's going to need to dodge a bit because those who shopped are nasty. All right. And I'm going to need to start summoning in more cavalry because right now we are on our last legs. I have to secure this point and quickly. Dude, playing the capture point race against Tomb Kings was the worst idea ever. But we're going to get a pretty nifty charge. Eltharion's going to push himself forwards, try and get that sweet Mistwalker barrage. I can't believe the Nehekar warriors have held here, though. That's a little unfortunate. But I think they'll still die before they take the point. Okay. Holy crap, I have no summons, bro. I have absolutely no summons. Will we even get this point in time? I don't know, man. This is kind of sus. It's 2 skeletons here, but I have a bunch of the Sky Cutters. I will have a noble here soon. Dude, will this point get captured, though? Oh, the Sky Cutters aren't even killing the warriors. Oh my gosh, I think my opponent's barely gonna win. Because he's gonna capture this point. Unless we can stall it somehow. Unless... Oh, there's no way, though. There's no way I'm going to stall that. Dang it. What a nail biter. What a nail biter start. Yes, I get that capture point, but he's going to get this one. Whew, well played from my opponent. Did you well played? Dang, crazy match. It almost worked, though. The Silac was actually pretty useless. The Skycutter chariots, though, I kind of love. Up against a Rogue AI next. Rogue AI. Yo, yo. Dang, dude, Bone Daddy. Bone Daddy got a lot of work in. But I kind of had to kill the Great Bows first. Not realizing that he summoned a second Great Bow was my big mistake, for sure. Oh, man. Wild match, though. Wild match. That's a pretty good sign, though. If this can actually wipe Tomb Kings, it means it can probably wipe a bunch of other factions. I just need to not misplay and summon a Noble that does nothing, man. That Noble was the hottest garbage I've seen in a long time. Alright, Rogue AI, face me. I'm High Elves. And we're on Haunted Vale. Alright. The goal is to get 4 wins now. If you get 4 wins, we will most definitely qualify. High Elf, SE, Archmage, Earthblood Dragon, Caradrian without healing, ROR Phoenix, Guide Cutter. Plus 1 capture weight? What do you mean 1 capture weight? The healing is hype though. I do agree, the healing is really hype. Alright. I think we can make the Sky Cutters work. I don't know if I can make Psylocke work though. Unless I need that kind of big terror piece. Psylocke is super weak to getting shot though. Super washed, man. I'm super washed. I'm washed. The blood of my enemies. Just give it a second, though. Give it a second. Oh, man, dude, that game was so close. If I didn't have the Frostheart Phoenix, if I actually just didn't have that and had more Reavers, it would have been an easy win. I went too hard on the SEs. Chaos Dwarf, Slaanesh, and Walk. Psylocke is weak to fire, by the way. Fire beats water, even though it shouldn't. I'm just saying. I'll play versus Slaanesh. Sure, yeah, let's play versus Slaanesh. Alright. I have a play. Easy unwashing. Prepare thyself. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just take a bunch of this. Slaanesh is like... You know, they can armor spam. They got the man tied. They're gonna have newly buffed Dekala. That's kind of terrifying. But do they really have everything they need to win here? My gut tells me that with my superior kite, we can pull out a win. I just need a little bit of AP. And this time we're not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to have more stuff to summon. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can handle this. I got to build up my murderous prowess before I start winning. We're locked in now. After 1 loss, that's how we're ready. With an SE blob, you need Earthblood. What if you only have like 2 SEs? I don't think I need more than that. And it's not like I didn't heal cap that game. Or at least we were pretty close to it. It was more I just didn't have enough Reavers. If anything, I think we're getting it wrong. It's not about the value. I farmed value that game. It's about the capture weight. So I'm just going to spam Cabin Reserve. Mass Guy Cutter is the plan. And Psylocke One Eye. I feel like Psylocke's really underutilized. But maybe we will learn why. My gut tells me, though, that Psylocke is theoretically insane. You know, it's a big, massive, regenerating SC that does crazy damage to infantry. Should that not be the best cleanup crew in the entire game? I guess it's a good anti-armored infantry option. Also, by the way, guys, Turin's streaming in but 2.5 hours. I won't be streaming me playing his tournament, but I will be playing in it. How much leadership does Psylocke have? Let me check. 80 leadership, less than a Chimera. Or is it less than a Chimera? Sounds like a Hydra. It's faster than a Hydra, 75 speed, alright. It's a Hydra being towed by horses. Yeah, Psylocke's the ROR Merworm. How come you rarely see any Phoenixes? Do they just cost too much? Meaty Dangler with the squats. I'm on it. Yeah, they cost a lot. And they don't do damage very quickly. So they're really good at dueling other single entities, but High Elf struggle at clearing infantry. Oh. Turn first round is his ISP. Poor guy, man, yeah. Hopefully his internet's good today. Oh. I'm getting better at these. Oh, alright, that should be 10. Oh, jeez. Some warm-up squats, thank you. Whenever you perform poorly in stream, you always smash Turin's tournaments. It's because I pick a try-hard faction. It's like play Norska. Maybe I'll try to win Turin's tournament with this crazy build, if it sees enough success. Yo, my hair will not cooperate today, but it's fine. Alright, so Slaanesh just got nerfed, so I'm expecting Rogue AI to armor max me. In theory, that is the best thing for Silac to face. Now, if he takes Pleasure Seekers, Silac's gonna die, but I have other options. Is it a vest or pajamas or both? Both. It's a pajama vest. It's great. Look at this thing. I think you guys have dubbed it my wizard robe. Alright, so he's gonna see the unit count. Ready, good luck, have fun. He's gonna see the rather low unit count, but they only have 10 units, alright? Just because he outnumbers me 2-1. And also I only have like 12 dudes. Doesn't mean we're in a bad position. 14 dudes. Vest pajamas. Would you play this game if you didn't do YouTube? I'd probably play in tournaments here or there, yeah. Though there's a lot of other stuff I've been getting into. I'm playing a lot of chess lately. Playing lots of chess. Kind of waiting on other games too. The Kala. Pavane. Alright, so yeah, just don't get murdered by Pavane. I think it's a fairly straightforward goal, ain't it? What mobility do I want? I guess these guys. Alright, so let's see if we can bait out a bad Pavane. Let's see, he's dodging. He knows that the Kala is a little susceptible to getting shot to death. These archers actually do a lot of damage. Did you know that the damage on Sky Cutters is the same as Tyrannok chariots? And Tyrannok chariots have double the ammunition? Has anyone realized that Tyrannok chariots are the hidden OP of kite builds? Yo, I dare you to Pavane me. I dare you. Do it. Do it, son. I know you want to. He's gonna dodge. Oh, he's buying the Furies. I see. That's honestly fine. Silac should be able to kill the Kala, right? That's sweet, sweet anti-large. Okay. He's going for it, man. He's just going for it. Whoop. Okay, let's run away from these Furies. We'll 2v1 that Fury. I think they technically win here if I do it like this. And he's not gonna, okay. He's gonna go for the net and the rear charge on my chariots. Ooh. That's actually quite nasty. We'll see if the skirmishers can do anything to help out here. But he's already got a little bit of damage in. Gonna land. Maybe it's not going as well for him as he thought it would. Yeah, I don't know, man. His chariots are nasty. And now he shouldn't have enough for a Pavane, which is going to really mess him up. Altharian's a Chad, he's never gonna die. Don't really have to worry about him. And I think... yeah, I'm just gonna keep spamming cavalry. So you can see the Kala is kind of chump change. Versus all this stuff. The Kala ain't got nothing on this. Mistwaka Barrage. Oh crap, one of my chariots is still dying. No, we're gonna lose a chariot. Not the end of the world. Slightly unfortunate. But at the end of the day, it's fine. One chariot breaks, but the others are still alive. He has a nerfed Slaanesh here. Terrifying. But not too bad. And Dakala, yeah, she got her survivability buffs up. That's gonna help her out a decent amount. But not a ludicrous amount. There's another Mistwalker barrage, and yeah, I think we just hunt her down now. There is no escape, Dakala. Your life is mine. Or we kill the caster, since he's kind of just chilling over here. I'll just have to make sure this Sky Cutters stay a little safe. And what's that summon? We'll see soon enough. Psylocke will need a slight heal though. But overall, I'd say it's not too bad. Yeah, the call is getting thumped, man. That 200 gold cost change is nice, but nothing too insane for her. She still bleeds like the rest of them. And Eltharion definitely wants to get her murdered. Whoop. Can I get a sick charge here? Maybe rout off these here Forsaken. If I'm lucky, I don't have terror or anything. And these Hellstriders will be a little bit of an issue. Though, maybe we get to kill Dakala now. That's what I'm really trying to farm. Okay, so this is just Hellstriders, not a big deal. We did rout off his Lord too. And even though they're immune to psychology, they still do not like it when the Lord dies. Now, Dakala gets a pretty sick attack there. Pretty sick whirlwind attack on my boys. But she is definitely down for the count. Be very surprised if she manages to come back here. So all I gotta do now is carry out the victory, as the Lord loss penalty is gonna be very nasty. Unfortunately, my Mistwalker barrage triggers a little early. I gotta escort Dakala. I can't really afford to have her come back. But some hero cavalry arrive. Alright. I'm gonna use them. We're gonna use them, and then life will be good. Ticket-wise, we're still doing fairly well. Dakala will rally, but if anything, that means I can just actually get the Lord killed penalty here. Just gonna get charged by some cav. How my Sky Cutters doing? Only okay, nothing too crazy. 400 HP on the Dakala. She's still alive though, what a Chad. Whoop. Dude, the cav charge doing nothing to her. She doesn't care. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, oh, she routes anyways. I guess that's not a terrible result then. Eltharion should be able to survive versus the Fiends, especially with the Mistwalker barrage coming up. And then I can now escort Dakala off the map. The caster won't be coming back anytime soon. That's certainly a big plus. Alright. I think we're in an okay position. Mistwalker barrage unfortunately didn't do that much. Technically value-wise. My opponent's still doing quite good. Dakala's ability to be indestructible is very high here. Ah, and Furies. Here they come. Now, Furies in general, though, they should not be very good versus this, right? I believe not, because Eltharion has his barrage. Holy crap, can Dakala die, though? There we go, perfect timing. Alright. We're just gonna heal up Eltharion, we're gonna get a sick Mistwalker barrage, and that should put us in a very nice position. Then I can secure my first point, and then we'll kind of go one at a time. Though, yeah, without Dakala, look at that leadership hit, man. These Furies don't know what hit them. Very painful for these guys. Oh, and they're still leashing back into melee because the game's bugged. I guess that wasn't fixed. So they couldn't actually disengage. Look at him, he's spam clicking. He's trying to hit my cavalry, but it ain't working. And now the beginning of the end. And this time, I don't have a Frostheart Phoenix to give me a hard time. Great success. Look at this. Yeah, we did it. Psylocke lives. Call is dead. What's not to love? Alley-oop. And there go those guys. Let's Gonna try and cling on to life. But as soon as I get this Fireborn going, I don't think anything in the Slaanesh army will be able to fight them. Not with the Apotheosis spam. Maybe if we see a Dakala resummon, but then no capture weight. Yeah, and it's gonna be a Fiend summon, so definitely no capture weight. Yeah, it's just mopping up now. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You ain't winning with the worst SE in the roster? Challenge accepted. Will I win a tournament though? I don't know about that part, but Silac? Okay, maybe they're slightly overpriced. Come on, Charx, you're high old main. You telling me you haven't figured out how to make Silac work? Come on, man. Don't do me dirty like this. Think about the potential. Alright, Altarian, you got this. Here, watch Silac kill these fiends. Look at the massive damage. The pound towning. Look at that. Huge hit. And the barrage. Maybe it was Altarian, though. It's kind of hard to tell. Great stuff, though. Great stuff. We're going to see a little bit of a Hellstrider call in. Am I worried? No. It's going to net my... You're only delaying the inevitable. The Fireborn are ready to charge. Look at those poor fiends. Mega death on them. And the Hellstriders are dead. Hell yeah. Great Eagle is 2 times more cost effective. Dang, man. Charx. Charx really hates Hylac. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'll see what I can do with them. I'll do my best. How much value did Silac get anyways? How much? Tell me. I feel like Silac did not bad. Ba-boom. 3,000 gold, 2,700 value back. Sick. Sick. Amazing. The caller got murdered. This guy got no value. Alright. And we're up against Martin now. Yo, look at that. Silac was sick. Now, technically, the Sky Cutter's got way more value, but we don't talk about that. Sorry, Rogue. I'm gonna have to kick ya for my next opponent. Yo, yo, it's Martin. Very nice. GG. And Martin is playing none. I'm High Elves. And the map is Changer's Madhouse. Alright. You think he's gonna play Zeench? Heal capped, no missile units, not even paid for itself. Don't speak such truths to me. I'm trying to have a good time. Alright, no, it's true though. If a unit gets a perfect situation and they just pay for themselves, it's a bad sign. I'm willing to accept that. But hey, I'm playing Sky Cutter Kite, so clearly it don't matter very much. Yo, I really wonder, is this... Oh crap, I can't even take that many of them. I had so many plans. Alright, you know what, let's try this. I think I like, yeah, how this build is shaping up very slightly more. Greenskins, Empire, and Chaos. I'll play Verse Walk. Alright, how about this? What if he brings a bunch of Marauder Horsemen? You think Silac's gonna die to that? With their missile block chance, 20%. 360 missile block. And 25% missile resist? Maybe. Maybe not, but also maybe yes. Let's see here. If I'm playing Verse Walk, what do I want? Do I want Oceanids? So they can have some pretty nasty armor stuff. We all know that. Yo, honestly, I think this build is sick though. Yo, Charx, did you know Tyrannok chariots have the same AP? They have the same damage as Sky Cutters. In fact, they have higher damage because they shoot faster. Their damage profile's the same. It's like 1/3 armor piercing. So it's actually like crossbows. High Elves have armor piercing crossbows, man. Let's see, what else do I want? It's Warriors of Chaos. What do I want? Do I want Sword Masters? I think I can only meme so hard before we get absolutely annihilated. I could take a spellcaster for more magic. That's kind of funny. But that's not exactly like, they're not gonna have any capture weight. Unless I walk them on the point. But yeah, I don't think I need more magic. Not with this build. Eltharion, it feels like he has just enough magic to do everything he wants anyways. I could take a metal caster though, just in case I need to kill armor, but that's what Psylocke is for. Psylocke clearly wrecks that. Alright, you know what? Let's just do it. I'm ready. They don't fly and kind of suck when in melee, and they cost basically the same. Only 250 gold cheaper. But technically in my head, if you were going for a kite, you would have slightly more kiting ammunition. Assuming you don't get caught. Unfortunately, they count as a missile chariot, and so do the Skycutters. So if I could take 3 Skycutters and 3 Tyrannok chariots, I think that would actually be not bad. But unfortunately, I can only take 3 Skycutters and 1 chariot. Which is like not a very high increase in the deeps. So, yeah, we might be lacking in the armor piercing slightly. I really wonder what Martin's going to bring, though. You guys think it's going to be horseman spam, or you think it's going to be something crazier? Nice wizard robe, thank you. When Tyrannok stream, I'm honestly almost considering it, but it's true that they are really bad in melee, like extraordinarily so. Let's try this though. I have a dream. Ready, good luck, have fun. If I win this one and the next one, we've basically qualified for top 4. Man-tied trebs. I've seen people use trebuchets to decent effect recently. Triple Grail Guardian. Honestly, a Bretonia cavalry stream could be pretty fun. Just focus on that cav micro. Everybody's going man-tied nowadays. Man, my eyes are dry. But yeah, I feel like everyone's going man-tied. I guess they've always been going man-tied. It certainly makes a kite feel a lot more comfortable. Searing Doom, not a problem. And it's armored troll spam. Alright. So, this will be pretty funny, because Archie technically is a dead man. A million trolls is not going to be able to screen for him. So, how does my opponent stop his 2,000 gold lord from getting insta-gibbed? Well, he's going to retreat with him. Makes a lot of sense. He's going to run to the safety of his Marauder Horseman throwing axes. Also makes a lot of sense. But the Tyrannok chariots, they don't joke around. And you know what? I think we can just go for it. Boom, baby. Here comes the damage. There's a pretty decent volley. And then Eltharion is not going to ever get caught by the mass of these guys. Their mass is simply not high enough for him. So he can just YOLO into the horseman, disrespect him a little bit. And life is good. Then we just keep chasing Archie. We'll take a look at his dodging. Obviously, he's going to get the capture points. Tyrannok chariots are good at dodging at least. And then we can probably, yeah, just ride off some trolls. Archaon, bringer of the end times. Tail tucked between his legs. He's on the run. He really doesn't like those skirmisher volleys, by the way. Skycutter's hurt. If you micro well enough with them, we're gonna do a lot of deeps. And here's the thing, you can dodge. You can dodge the missiles with them too. And then in the meantime, no ITP, which is literally how his entire build works. So if you don't have ITP for your trolls, what's gonna actually hold, right? I'm pretty sure just nothing's gonna hold here. Archie's surviving pretty well though. That's a little awkward. That one troll unit, they keep aggroing onto them. It's a little unfortunate. Holy crap, though. Not having Archie here is like night and day. These trolls seem so garbage without Archaon. With them, they got ITP and that leadership buff. And he's just piling on in. And the mass routing is just not ending, man. These guys are crushing their poor faces. Melting their tiny minds, as some might say. Well, don't let those trolls rally, that's for sure. Alright, yeah. I think we'll just pile on in. That should be fairly good. And then we get the other armor-piercing mobile unit. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, Altarian's Mistwalker Barrage is devastating. We all know that. And what are you gonna do? I don't think he can stop this. This is quite devastating. Xylax just crushing face. If Archaon even gets a little close, it's over. He's de-summoning the trolls. What a mad lad. Will I get a hit off? I think I will. No de-summon for you. The value is mine to take. And a full surround is going to be very painful. All I got to do really is just support this fight. We're going to silence Archie. There you go. He's not going to like that. Very nice. And without a source of immune psychology, life becomes rather difficult. I just got to keep rear charging them and keep the chain route going. If we can do that, yeah. Yeah, then there's nothing to micro for my poor opponent. Archaon is suffering hard too. He really does not like that. And he's going to go for the chariots. But he would only die. GG, well played. Alright. Welcome to Anticity Bullies people with the dumbest looking builds you've ever seen. Xylax was indestructible. He could not kill him. Abandoning the trolls is kind of something he had to do. He was just caught in a terrible position. Could I have won this without Xylax? Obviously. But he's pretty funny. He's pretty funny. Oh, man. Yeah, one more round and they shatter. Dude, those trolls. They need Archaon so badly. I think maybe it was worth it to just let Archaon fight. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Let's see here. Yeah, these guys did pretty well. Skycutters were fun. I think Alariel to heal the Skycutters can be amazing. Honestly, this is more of a Skycutter build than a Xylax build, but don't let the clickbait tell you that. Losing 2 troops? Unacceptable. Oh my god. How? Who died? Oh my gosh, I even charged his Hellstriders. Yeah, the one cav that charged the Hellstriders. That's where I got my 2 losses. 2 brave elves died to stop the end times. Truly a disaster. Those men had families. Holy crap. That's brutal. I'll take it. Now we wait for our next opponent. Who will we be torturing next? Oh, I forgot my meds. And by my meds, I mean my vitamin D. Every time, man. Gotta make sure my bones don't fall apart when I'm old. You know what? Maybe it's better that I remember my meds on stream. So then that way, you guys can remember your meds. It'll be great. It'll be like a bunch of old people. That was like a 3-minute game. He did leave a little early, but it was pretty clear he was going to lose everything. That's going to skyrocket me, by the way, in terms of MMR. Live leaderboard says we are not top 4 just yet. A lot of people have 2 wins. Big Bs and B6 are climbing. Charix is probably finishing up their 2nd game, I see. We have a ways to go, indeed. You're off your meds? Hey, nice. I presume that's a good thing. Channel points to remind me to take meds. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. I hope my memory is still sharp. What's the age demographic? Slightly older than me. All y'alls are like in your mid to late 30s, maybe early 40s. It's literally just the Total War demographic. Mostly dudes. Who would have guessed? And funnily enough, a lot of people from Europe. I guess it makes most sense though, because like, yeah, it's gonna be. Total War is a very European game, right? You know, I did watch a fun video recently. I think Etymology Nerd was the guy, but he's like, the age demographic of people who comment tends to be unemployed white men because of you know, because of how, you know, just like if you're unemployed, obviously you have more time to comment. And if you're a white dude, you're also more used to stating your opinions. At least that's what he says. Apparently that's what he says. No way. Who would have guessed? But yeah, also just like generally unfriendly, you know, internet things. If you're a lady. That's just how the internet is, unfortunately. Solmir is my next opponent. Yo, yo! Oh, he's gonna love this. But yeah. Yeah. Calling us jobless? I'm calling you jobless on average, okay? Big distinction. You're employed and only half white? I feel like that already skews pretty hard though, right? I can confirm. Oh boy. Look, I feel like the half white privilege goes pretty hard though. Let's be real. Let's be real. Even like 10%. Man, the state of society. We can all still get together though. And agree that white privilege is definitely a thing. United we stand in our lack of privilege. I can only count my blessings that I am Asian. Vietnamese, Chinese. But alright, let's not get too real. Is my opponent gonna respond? Come out! Face me, brother. What's this? You just get to work from home sometimes. Honestly, I think the work from home representation goes really hard on these streams, especially given the time I stream. If you are in Europe right now and you have a job, you're probably watching while working. If I had to take a wild guess. Alright, where's this guy though? If he doesn't respond in 15 minutes, I'm legally obligated to take the win. Yo, is that like an actual thing? I'm pretty sure that's just a school myth, right? I don't think the students can just dip and then you just have a bunch of unaccounted students. Although then again, like maybe. Like what are they supposed to do? Sit tight and not move? Get picked up by the parents? How does that work? What if the teacher doesn't show up? Does another teacher have to come in and be like, I'm covering for them today? What happened? You get free recess? I don't know. Is this a European thing? Canadian thing? America's? I'm sure some of you have kids and you would actually know the answer. High elves versus none. I'm high elves. Alright. Give me your worst, Solmir. You eating right now? Ooh, lunch break crew? Hell yeah. You in a cheese store? Ah, I see. Alright. Closing times early. Hell yeah. Alright, how do we do this? I think obviously Silac and a bunch of Skycutters. The Skycutter's honestly hard carry. Because they're the only tool with armor piercing kite. They just get someone else to babysit the class. A genuine cheesemonger? Oh yeah, that's true. Real cheese. Not American cheese. Cracker Barrel, you want? Yo, my parents got a box of cheese one day, of those little cheese squares, and we actually held on to them for so long that they went bad. I don't know how we did it, but we actually had to get rid of a box of American cheese. Somehow, all the preservatives, it could not fight just the length of time that we had it. Kind of crazy. Is that a thing in Canada? The well, it's not actually plastic, but those little cheese squares, the little glossy cheese squares. Yeah, they're a thing. Canada's basically America, but we get a lot less flack on the global stage. But when it comes down to it, we're basically just America. Like, I don't know. We even have like, well, let's not go into all the Canadian political parties, but we got some wild stuff. Is Canada even real? I'm not quite sure. We may just be America. American cheese does melt pretty well, though. It does, man. Look, anyone, I'm pretty sure. All right, as much as we mock it, those cheese squares are insane. I'll play Slaanesh. Insane melting potential. All right. Yeah, maybe it's a little processed, but you can't lie. All right, it does actually taste pretty good. Like, good in like in a filthy way. Like I want to just I like in a no class kind of way. It's kind of like, just eating a sausage, right? I'm sure we've all had our struggle meals. All right, you can't be telling me you guys are ultra posh. You're all just running around being super rich and eating caviar and all that. Now, we've all been there, okay? You eat craft singles? Yeah, all right, no shame. This stream is open to all walks of life, all cultures. Crap, I got rid of my army blocker. Whatever, man. Stream snipe me, I don't care. Q-turn dipping hot dogs in mayo. Okay, I was in his chat when he was talking about the hot dog mayo dip. Hear me out, all right? But banh mi, I'm not saying it with an accent, but the Vietnamese baguette sandwiches, those got mayo in it, all right? It's meat and mayo. Hot dog is meat and mayo. It's just a little bit more struggle because it's a hot dog. But we can't nocturne that much. It's kind of like pepperoni pizza, all right? We have stir-fried rice with, or not pepperoni. It's like putting pineapple on pizza, right? Stir-fried rice has pineapple. All right? If you hate dipping hot dogs in mayo, and you hate what's it? Pineapple on pizza, all right? You actually just hate Asian cuisine, all right? You're attacking my culture. And I will not stand for that. Hot dog with mayo is based. It is based. It is a little extreme. He said he eats it with bread, though, not alone. So I think we're all good. If it was alone, I think that would be kind of crazy. Still pretty based. Probably still delicious, but yeah. Shilling for Big Turn. I am, man. He made me who I am. What am I supposed to do without Turn? He has the prize pools for these tournaments. Can't afford prize pools. I can't do that. Actually, though, if Turn leaves, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'll probably just follow him. Oh, man. Do I have no independence? Yo, is this guy gonna take 50 years? Come on. Let's get it. Face me. Banana on pizza. Banana on pizza. Sweet and carbs have always been pretty solid. The secret to dessert is carbs and sugar. Which, is sugar like technically carbs? I don't know. I'm no dietitian. But sugar and carbs, alright. Beans. A lot of desserts that are like beans and sugar. Alright, here we go. Face me. Today we dine on Slaanesh. Ready? Good luck, have fun. Give me a worst. Give me a worst. We didn't use an army blocker. You guys already know the build. We got Silac, the unkillable, kind of, most of the time. And then we have actual units. Sky Cutters. He's gonna try and pavane them? No problem. Maybe I snipe his lord. Only 9 units is very low. If it's only pleasure seekers, they can kill Silac. I think 2 pleasure seekers dumpsters them. But with Eltharian support, I don't know. Brazilian pizzas? Haven't heard of it. Commit the greatest pizza heresy? Oh, dang. I'll have to see for myself. For now, though, Slaanesh. In a sense, all carbs are sugars. Yeah. If you boil... I guess we probably shouldn't boil things down too much, though. What is this? Hysterical Frenzy, Pavane, Acquiescence. Nice. So this guy... He could have had a whole Marauder with 10,000 HP that I'd have to kill. Instead, he just has this dude. Not the problem, then. And we got a little Exalted Hero with a little slowy slow. Pretty scary. Pretty terrifying. Alright, capture point secured. And then I'm gonna get my Sky Cutters in there. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna pavane me and try to get a play on me? I welcome it. Are those chosen? Why do you have so few units? Devoted Marauders. Alright. Okay, and there's the pavane. Huzzah! So now he's gonna have to take a fight in this location. If I keep running, though, then we're good. And I'm gonna land these guys preemptively so that they turn around a little slower. Gonna charge Reno that Lord over there. And then, wow. Did we accidentally pavane our opponent? The answer is probably not. I think he's gonna get out of there. An unfortunate circumstance. Maybe could have been slightly better. We're gonna get some good damage, though. Can I cut him off? Maybe. Oh, the body block! This guy got her body block. Holy crap, that's huge. Eltharian gonna come in with a steel chair. That's the funny thing about Pavane. That just makes me fight you. You want to fight? I want to fight. Into the skies we go. Okay, now we run. Silac can fight these dudes. So he's taking massive damage. Doesn't like that at all. We're gonna kill him off with the power of sky-cutting magic. And then as long as Eltharian don't die, we're honestly fine. Yeah, there you go. And the guy is gone. Alright. And now the escorting begins. There's a Mistwalker barrage. Eltharian's a Chad. Who would have guessed? I just gotta properly escort this guy. Unfortunately, he's extraordinarily fast, so I don't think we're actually gonna catch him, sadly. Eltharian's gonna be fine, though. I'm going to need to bring in the Skycutter support, however, to save these guys. I don't have a capture point either, but my opponent also doesn't, so that's a good sign. But Eltharian? Yeah, he's getting worked on a little bit. I don't like that. Skycutters are also getting worked on a little bit. I also don't like that. He got the Mistwalker barrage, though, which is solid. What? Healing. Healing. Using spells increases your leadership. What a Chad. Eltharian lives. Alright, that's okay. But not amazing. Still have devoted Marauders all over my face. I did barely manage to keep Altharian in it. But we are far from done here. Guy's getting worked on, actually. Quite a bit, too. There's the debuff. Ouch. And that guy hurts a lot. So we're going to have to come in for the cycle charge. Good barrage, though, is going to be not bad. This ain't going too well, though. I think my Sky Cutters got kind of obliterated. He's just ignoring Silac. That's not good. How's the Lord, though? Did he live or did he rout? I feel like he's in the trees somewhere. That's not good. That's not good. We're gonna get Altharian in. Alright. You know what? Let's try this. Let's just give it a shot. Maybe there's a chance we can pull something crazy out here. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so first things first, we gotta kill all the mobility. Altharian needs to kill off this little hero here. The Sky Cutter's gotta blitz through. Silac will hopefully not die. Come on. Crap, it turns out he's more fighty than me. Dude, Silac, why are you routing? Oh, Silac, why are you routing, man? What are you doing? Well, he'll come back. He'll come back. Give it a hot second. How's Altharian doing? Miss Barker barrage in 18. Can he escape? He has high mass. Slaanesh has higher. Good maneuvering from my opponent. Come on, Altharian, live! Oh, and he breaks. Silac comes back, though. I think we're gonna die, though. Ah, oh, dang it. I tried to be nifty. Hey, what's up, dog? Dude, this guy cooked, man. This exalted hero. He absolutely cooked my face. Hey, Altharian's back, at least. Can give him a bit of a heal. Alright, Silax, you know, he's tussling. Technically not a lot of capture points, but I'm gonna have my work cut out for me. If Altharian doesn't just immediately kill this guy, I think we're super screwed. Odds are Altharian's gonna die, but I might as well go for the high RNG play while we're here. Gets a pretty solid barrage, though. Oh, barely not enough, though. Barely not enough. All right. GG, well played. Dang. Ah. All right, I'm going to need 2 more wins. Some fast games. I don't know if I got that save game. Some fast games. I think I did not micro the Sky Cutters well enough. His Lord barely living, too. Disastrous. This guy getting 2,100 value. Pleasure Guard were actually really good. I think if I just used the Sky Cutters and played like a longer con kite, we would have been fine, though. I might need to cut Silac, though. Silac. Well, 1,800 is not the worst. Dude, what's the leadership diff on Silac, though? 80 leadership on Silac. If you compare that to a base Chimera, what are you looking at? Base Chimera has, what do we got? 65. Okay. So Silac does have more leadership. It feels like they have less, though. It's probably just the big hitbox and being surrounded all the time. What about Aislin's buff? I think it's been implemented in an unintended way. It has no cooldown, which is kind of sus. Yeah, so like I know they buffed the Master of the Mist, but I would feel kind of filthy playing it right now because it would just feel like I'm exploiting something that should not be. They made it last 50% longer, gave it 2 casts, and there's literally no cooldown. Yeah, Chimera got -5 leadership, but we'll see how that actually affects it. I don't really see... yeah, the thing is, if it's a meme, sure, right? Whatever. But if it's good, I'm just bullying people in my own tournament where I intentionally did not restrict it while playing High Elves. That seems kind of filthy. Immune to flanking needs a rework. I think it's a cool ability. It makes the units act so differently, which is cool. They just need to be priced properly. Like, immune to flanking should be treated as something very elite, not just something you can toss around. You gotta try it once. I did test it out in some test battles. Adam TM, alright. Yo, yo. We're on Bleak Spire. Here we go. Bleak Spire Labor Camp. And High Elves. Interesting. Alright, I gotta redeem myself though. Otherwise, Charik's gonna take the victory. Yo, Charix, if you make it to if you make it to top 4 and you're playing High Elves, take Silac for me, please. Okay, so you get to pick 3. Alright, let's do this. It still sucks? Really? It seems like it should be so good. Can't you just plonk it on some Sisters of Avalorn and get like 1,000,000 damage? Maybe put it on some Shadow Warriors? It is a pretty nifty damage boost, but... Will you abuse it in turns then if he doesn't ban it? Maybe. if it's not my tournament, all cards are off. I'll play versus Khorne. High Elves versus Khorne. Alright, here we go. I might need to cut the Silac, guys. I'm sorry. My beloved. We're gonna try facing Khorne. What if I go Tyrannok Chariot Kite? It is a lot of ammo. It is crossbow damage. They obviously suck in melee, but... Man, the temptation is real. The temptation is very real, guys. I don't know what to say. Sure. Let's try this out. Oh, actually, this is kind of hype. Okay, okay. Yo, alright. New build. New build, this one's gonna cook. Believe. Let's see what else do I want here. Very nice. Do it. Let's see. Yo, the Tyrannok. Tyrannok Kite, test it. They're technically double ammunition sky cutters. It's the dumbest idea in the history of ideas. But if true, it could be OP. It could be hot garbage. We're 2-2. I'm gonna need to win the next 2 games. Oh boy, here we go. It's Khorne though, which is where Tyrannok Chariot Kite has the best odds. Okay, so currently our MMR is just a flat amount, flat 1,000, pretty rough. I will need to win 2 games. Now, I think that's totally doable. But, yeah, I'm going to need to win this one in 25 minutes. Well, that's definitely doable, though. Most games are like, what, 12 minutes? But I have to win the next 2 games. If I don't, we're kind of boned. Triple Swordmasters. Swordmasters are surprisingly good. It's too bad they're only good in melee. And like 1 horseman will just end them. Ignore the fact that there's Fleshhounds in this matchup and believe in the Tyrannok Chariot. How fast are they? How fast are they even? 84 speed. More than enough. This build is wild, man. This build is dumb. I'm telling you right now, there's police coming for me. Yeah, on a personal standpoint, I would actually give this one a hard maybe. But I'm ready to be completely wrong about Tyrannok Chariots. If you think about it, though, it's like you have 4 Skycutters constantly shooting. With their old ammunition. That just has to be good. How can that not be good? Skycutters with their ammunition alone before got 1,000 gold value. Now, obviously they could park right on top of units, and they do more damage because they are flying. So I think that high ground advantage kicks in. So that might be like increasing the damage by 30%. I'm not entirely sure. But if you put those factors away, if you close your eyes and trust in the power of Creative Assembly's ability to balance. I think if we all believe that painting your car red will make it go faster, I think we can do something similar for Tyrannox. There's the voice crack. Oh boy, here we go. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. I'm ready to lose. To make it a chill day. My opponent saying good luck, have fun. I don't know why I picked corn. He knows. He knows when he plays corn against Staticity that it is probably just going to be straight suffering. Ready, good luck, have fun. He has 9 units. That's good. I bought your boy, Tyrion. The very much so routable. No ITP. He has a healing item that procs after he routes. Absolute Chad energy. I got a Star Dragon. I'm playing like a guy who went into Warhammer multiplayer for the first time. And is like, wow. I love Star Dragons from campaign. Tyrion, he's pretty cool. I know in campaign he heals a ton, so he never dies. And they have a weird obsession with Tyrannox chariots. The only meta unit in this build right now are these Reavers. Let's see if this works. He gives the go-ahead. Give him a good crumpin'. I'll do my best. So early capture is a go. Everything is good. And I have capture weight, unlike my other builds. They've brought Valkia to deal with flying chariots. But what about Tyrannox chariots? They do genuinely hurt, like they actually get a decent amount of damage. But I just don't know if it's enough. Khorne obviously very tanky, but very few units here is a good thing for me. Alright, get in there, boys. Valkia the Bloody. That's her name because she gets messed up all the time. Will he dodge? Will they dodge? The answer is, wow, that windup is forever and it does no damage, bro. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, here come the Flesh Hounds. We're gonna need to get our mobility in. Dragon's gonna run for its life. We're gonna give him a swift surround. It's okay, Tyrannox Chariots is fast. Then we're gonna get the Tyrion in there. Then we're gonna Tyrannox Chariot his face. Oh dang, Valkia is out for blood. Get out of there, Star Dragon. Tyrannox Chariots are doing okay damage though. Line of sight could be slightly better. But overall, not the end of the world so far. I say. As my dragon gets taken to Pound Town. I do have a double cap though, that's definitely really nice. And the Flesh Hounds are taking decent damage, you'll love to see it. Star Dragon in the meantime can absolutely fight Valkia, no problem. Yeah, okay, he's just taking it. Valkia gets bit in the face. She does not like that. Oh no, not like this. Yo, if Valkia gets caught here and we win, that'd be a real feel-bad moment for my opponent. Valkia, the Nomad, strikes again. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly, there's the invuln. She chucks out her sword, but will it be enough? The Fury support's doing her best. Come on, boys. Finish the job. She's still taking hits. Dragon's taking her to Pound Town. 55 melee attack is decent. There's no escape for you, Valkia. There is only death. Memed on since the trailer. And there she goes. Brutality. Gets another hit from the dragon. Oh, gets another hit from the Star Dragon. You don't play around with these guys, man. Star Dragons are a menace. Dude. Oh, Valkia. No. No. The duelist of Khorne. The flying anti-large duelist dies in a duel to a large target. What a disaster. Holy moly, sad times. Sad times indeed. Everyone give it a rip for Valkia. What a devastating turn of events for her. Well, he's dead. I think it'd be, yeah, I'd be very surprised if he manages to come back from this. Valkyria loss is brutal. Couple axe throwers there, not a big deal. I'm just gonna get a sick little dragon breath on these slaughter guard here. The you might think these guys are anti-large. Oceanids are anti-infantry, and their anti-infantry is much better than their anti-large. Trust me. Actually insane how good those guys are. Slaughter guard getting taken to Pound Town. Brutal. Tyrion using his crappy Sunfang ability that does no damage to Khorne. Amazing. And there it goes. Gets a massive hit for no damage. Oh man, this is just straight memery. Straight memery, I say. Oceanids are in though. Let's go. Marauder Horsemen biting the dust. This honestly is going much better than a lot of our other games. Obviously my opponent misplayed, and that is what I am good at abusing. But color me slightly surprised how well this is going. Are these guys gonna turn at the perfect moment to get charged by chariots? Ah, he's gonna attack command it. Very nice. I will be getting yet another breath attack soon, by the way. Tyrion kind of wants to get this fight on. Jeez, those Khorne gores. Are we gonna rout them? Oh, yes! Right before their passive triggers, because Valkyria's dead. Amazing. And then I just get the Star Dragon breath attack. Still worse than the Chimera breath attack, but you know what? I'll take it. Yeah, look at them, unbreakable but still routing. What a sad time to be a Khorne unit. Yeah, the massive hit but no damage, yo. Dude, man, High Elves really do feel like a worse Wood Elves. Honestly, I wanted to play Wood Elves today, but I didn't feel like playing yet another Wood Elf kite shenanigan. Do these guys terror out? They don't have ITP? That's hilarious. Yo, Khorne's lack of ITP never ceases to amaze me. Alright, and now the final struggle. But, unlike the flying chariots, these ground chariots have capture weight. Huzzah! Huzzah! So we're gonna use them. We're gonna blitz them. Dude, look at the value on these Tyrannok chariots. And they still have ammo, unlike the filthy Skycutters. Skycutter's got nothing on these guys. Look at the value. Never mind. Whoopsie daisies. We'll put that one away. Did any of them pay for themselves? Come on, man. Surely one of them. All right, never mind. It's a Star Dragon. Wow, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think it's all in the Star Dragon. Holy moly, yeah, it's all in the Star Dragon. Yo, screw Silac, man. I'm doing Star Dragon plays for the rest of the day. We're bringing in cool stuff. Dragons, maybe more Tyrion action, I don't know. Hey, you know, at least we got some relatively cheap capture weight. You know, you can't say there wasn't that. Now we need the bolt throwers. All the terrible units. This is just terrible high elf day today. Alright. We got the win. Alright. Alright. GG. Valkyria got absolutely body slammed by the Star Dragon. You'll have to see that. It's true. It's true. I had no magic. I forgot magic. Bro, and people said Khorne was OP back in the day. Everyone was like, how do you kill Khorne? How do you do it? Adam TM's not a bad player either, but if you can just take advantage of some misplays and they're just stuck with infantry, you can absolutely just outskill Khorne most of the time. Man off with the Tomb Kings. Man off. Alright, again, hey. Oceanids were pretty good though. They did not die. They did lots of damage. I think Oceanids are actually good. Holy crap, this thing got silver chevrons. I didn't silver chevron it. It earned it itself. So we are up versus the Tomb Kings. And this time, I need to not die to Ushapi Greybos. It's that simple. That simple. Just don't buffoonery it, and you'll be fine. The 3 dragon breaths. So Star Dragon is best overall breath. I think Moon Dragon is the best single target breath, so like killing hell cannons and such. Sun Dragon is the best anti-light infantry breath. It's the infantry clearer. And yeah, if you combine them all together, you have a bunch of breaths that all basically do the same thing. The Merworm, it's supposed to be a chariot versus infantry. I guess. Merworm attack animation stop it from moving though, which kind of susses me out. But alright, he's playing Tomb Kings. He brought a lot of anti-large last time because he didn't respect a possible infantry swarm. I would say maybe I go man-tide this time, instead of just going for the big guys again. And then we see what we can do from there. Maybe. It feels like a bit of a cop-out. I don't feel amazing for doing this, but it's probably for the best. They also really like that Kalita snipe strat. With the Bone Giant, too. Is he copying my builds, or is he copying the build I was copying? I swear, if this guy's beating me with my own builds, respect. Manoft was one of my losses today, but if I win this, I think we make it to top 4. Yeah, how do we deal with the Kalita snipe squad? What do I want here? Like, honestly, Mantide is just really good versus that kind of Tomb Kings build. We're gonna, you know what, let's just test. Let's test how strong of a player they are. You know, are they able to bring the variety? If they are, they've earned the victory. Not much else to say other than that. But I will make it as much of an uphill battle as possible. Manoft versus the 2 high elf builds. Yeah. Oh boy, this is a sick build. I do love where this is going. Sure. Yeah, this is an amazing build. I see no issues with this. Surely. Do I need more cavalry? The cavalry seemed to do really well versus Tomb Kings last time. So maybe just a smidge more. Call it a day. Face the Tomb Kings again. And using Mantide, who is this? What if it's a bluff? What if I'm like, he's watching the stream, so I'll say I'll go Mantide, and then I take Silac again. You cannot snipe what you cannot see. Oh yeah, the wizards have that stealth ability. We're playing on Itza though. It has a nice home tree advantage, which I think will help us out. And this will probably be our last game. We might get another one though. And if we do, we'll have to win that one too. Mantide versus Manoff. Yep. So currently, B6 is trying to get to top 4 also. I might need to try and win this in 10 minutes. Otherwise, it could be a little sketchy. I've gone boring high elves though. Staunch line of spears. Legend would be disappointed. But this is, yeah, this is just high elf. You know, standard, stupid amount of archers. What am I going to do if he brings armor? I'm just going to shoot them more, right? The solution to armor is to just have more arrows. At least that's my line of thought. Is this a very well-crafted build? No, obviously Plague of Rust would do well. But I think if I just kill all his infantry, it doesn't matter if his guys have a lot of armor, right? I think this is just gonna be solid. Spears for days. He gives a good luck, have fun. As long as the guy doesn't have like a million Screaming Skull catapults, we're good. Ah. But the lack of diversity. No diversity. Going for the same build. Only a mad lad would do such things. And now thou shalt be punished for thy transgressions. I'm going to spam archers. And then we're going to shoot them to death. Because did you know, Ushapti, if they dump all their ammunition into super cheap infantry, they don't do much. It's pretty useless. Shems, not that good versus this higher infantry count kind of squad. And yeah, I think we may have just hard countered his build, but we'll see. Maybe my opponent has some crazy stuff, but as long as we keep up the pressure and keep on advancing, put him in an awkward position, life will most definitely be extremely difficult here. We're going to, yeah, just pepper him. Absolutely pepper the poor man. And not stop our advance, because who knows, maybe he summons some nasty boys. Whoopsie daisies, gotta keep advancing. Okay, we'll say those Ushapti are actually getting a little bit of work done. I'll be able to kill them at least. And as soon as I can get a little bit of cavalry here, we're good. Lord is coming in. One of my archers has way overextended. That's an oopsie doopsies. Alright. But if I kill, yeah, his infantry over there, I think we're good, because those are his anti-infantry boys. We'll just give him a little bit of pepper. He summons the most elite of elite. What are they called? Kepper Guard. Gonna need to deal with them. Khalida, though, we can just ignore. That part's always very funny. But she doesn't have a whole lot she can do. Good Shems, though. Gets a very solid Shems down the pipe. But can he stop this? So we're going to get a sick burning head. Thankfully, one of those units crumbled before the full heal proc. Very nice. In fact, we're killing a lot of units one at a time, which is kind of perfect for us. And then as long as I don't royally botch this up, I think we're good. I just have such a stupendous number of archers. There's just no way he can actually kill everything here. Some Tomb Guard Halberds show up, though. Interesting. But yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him. A couple spears have caught some of my cav, though. A tiny bit unfortunate. What's he got? More horsemen. Not a big deal at all. One Ushapti summon is not going to be able to get enough value here. And now he's going to start to struggle to defend his, or their chosen of the gods. Very nice. Skelly horsemen are dead. And then with Khalida bogged down in the Reaver Corps, I think we're in a good spot. These skeletons are no issue. A little burning head action. Shall end them royally. Very nice. Yeah, this worked out pretty well for us. Obviously, I kind of just took a filthy counter build. But I really wanted to see if he was going to give me the mix-ups. I feel like there was a fairly high chance, because honestly, his first game was pretty good. My dear opponent here is actually not the worst. They're really good at defending their guys, despite me not having seen them before. My guess is they are coming from a different community. And then they're trying out the domination. Come on, Spears, you got this. Did they get netted or something? I don't know. But unfortunately for them, this build is just going to be a little bit too nifty. These Ushapti will disappear soon. 3 more seconds-ish. And some change before they're gone. And yeah, if you ever struggle with Tomb Kings, Mantide can be a very solid solution. The power of man. My lord definitely has to keep running from Khalida, though. Khalida definitely wants to kill her. He's already committed to trying to kill my lord. And you don't want to just be stuck having committed your value there for them to just live, because then that's just wasted value. So as long as she just runs back into the trees, I think she'll be fine. Couple Tomb Guard here, or not Tomb Guard, Kepper Guard. Not a big issue. with combined archer fire and just-in-time cavalry delivery. Ooh, just in time because of that little shift in the maneuvering. Very nice. Works out exquisitely for me. And can I get one more Reaver Archer? That's the real question. This match is very over, though. Yeah, Manoft actually plays a pretty decent Tomb Kings. Like, they're really good at keeping their Chosen alive. GG. Alright, solid. So that's the dub for us. We have 4 minutes to maybe get another match in. And it's Charix. Oh, boy. Alright, here we go. Yo. Not the Charix. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't think I can take Silac versus Charix. I think that would be a bad idea. Something tells me. He's given me the lobby code. Oh, boy. Alright. GG's. What's he playing? What's he playing? None! Oh boy. Hi elves, as you know. Alright. Alright. So he's gonna get to counterpick me. Now, Charix's main faction is the elves. I think I'm just gonna go hard meta against them. I can meme verse a lot of people. I can't meme verse Charix. We're gonna have to go a legit build. Oh boy, here we go. You always thought it was Cesarix? Maybe. We double meme? What if we double meme? We could also both meme. My top 4 slot is entirely dependent on this win though, I think. Yeah, right now I am in top 4 and barely. So Charix can like kick me into the pits potentially. Tomb Kings, Skaven, and Lizardmen. I see. I'll play verse Skaven. Maybe I do meme then. Alright. If I'm playing verse Skaven, you know, I looked at the stats. Technically, if I lose this, I think I'm still in top 4. Only just, though. Yeah. Oh, Manoft is also playing. So if they win, then I'm actually out. Interesting. He realized it's Altar of the Champion, so now he doesn't want to play Skaven. What a guy. I'll allow it. I'll allow it this time. Double meme. I was gonna meme versus Skaven. Alright. Guy doesn't want to play Skaven on Altar of the Champion. Then we do meme. Or maybe we don't meme? I don't know. I'll play versus Greenskins. Altar of the Champion. He's playing Greenskins. So, he's convinced that a little bit of ranged pew-pew will kill Silac. Do you guys think Silac? You think Silac dies here? And how bad do you think Silac dies here? I would personally say I have maybe a chance. Can I take Silac here into Charix? Can I? And the other question is, should I? It would be hilarious, though. I think that would be the funniest thing in the entire world. If I take Silac into Charix and beat him. Kind of like that time I brought Double Bone Giant. Alright. Yeah, he left Greenskin there. because it's the only matchup that Psylocke might be good. Who knows? Greenskins don't have the best SE squad. I don't know if he's going normal Greenskins though, or if he's gonna have like a million skirmishers. I find the skirmishers are really annoying versus Sky Cutters. That part will be definitely super annoying. And of course, we're actually gonna have to dislodge the Greenskins off the points. Also very difficult. He's gonna have Orc Boys galore. And actually dealing with them is gonna be a bit of an issue. Looking at the roster, it don't look so good. But you never know. You never know. I have some sick wombo combos here that might perhaps get me somewhere if we're lucky. Do I want Oceanids? I think everything relies on me killing his archers. Like if he has even a couple skirmishers just laying into Psylocke, which is screwed, right? Technically, the Sea Elemental can give Psylocke an extra little buff. What if I take a Sea Elemental? Just rush him. Do I have the healing to offset the damage? I don't know. Like, Greenskin Skirmishers are actually fairly high DPS. They are a little annoying. And I did try a Mass Missile Resist build against Greenskins once, and it was a bad idea. But I think all or nothing. We'll see if this works. Shroomed then gadded. You think he's gonna rampage Psylocke? Not impossible. Some Lord Snipe potential is out there too, with some Arcane Unforging or maybe just a Spirit Leecher. There's a few ways you can bully the Greenskins. Triple Phoenix Guard plus a L'Oreal and walk into him. Walk into his armored orcs, the Ruglets. Right. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Here we go. Mist Mage, Oceanid summon to kill the archers. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, let's see if this works. So I'm just adminning real quick. Alright, here's the build. Ready? Good luck, have fun. Charx hits me up with the oh no. Alright. I got 5 units. He said he knew it was going to be Psylocke, alright? The guy should not be surprised that I'm running this. I got Tempest. Because there's one thing that I really need. And that's the possibility to get a free win if he takes a Flying Lord. Now, I think it'd be insane for him to do it, but you never know, right? I had some money left over, might as well. The goal is to use Banishment on the archers to kill them. You can overcast for 1,000,000 magic. I'm not spending 20 wins to do that, though. Okay, and he has the paunch. Not a big deal in the slightest. So, obviously we gotta deal with the paunch. Banishment is dodgeable. He's gonna get a partial dodge, but technically if I cast it while he's getting a volley off, it'll be a little harder to get that full dodge with. No flying units though. Free win, unfortunately, is off the table. But Lil Grom over here, not to be confused with Lil Grom, is going to be in a bit of a tougher position. Boom. Gonna get a volley. Friendly fire to L'Oreal slightly. Good stuff, good stuff. Psylocke's gonna be chilling. look at Grom. Look at him run. Oh, is he gonna... Okay, he gets a little bit of a volley on me. He's not actually... It doesn't look like he actually wants to shoot, though. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna heal. Yeah, you can see he's pivoting. Okay, that's not too bad. And then maybe this Banishment cooks? Banishment is 100% armor piercing, so it does actually hurt those guys a lot. And I have a capture point. That's good. You can see. Yeah, okay, you know what? Actually, kind of sick tech. The Banishment. These guys also just don't take a lot of damage in general. Grom kind of getting worked on, too. Very nice, very nice. Alright, and now we start the chase. So he's hiding in the trees. He's going to be trying to live. We're gonna work him as much as humanly possible. And I just don't want to lose any of these here chariots. Gonna get a little bit of a dodge off. Maybe another volley. You can see his volleys are pretty scary. They do a decent amount of damage, but at the end of the day, we're still disrespecting these guys pretty hard. We're gonna get Psylocke in here. Very nice. As long as I keep the move on, we're good. You can see the focus fire on that one chariot is pretty nasty. Might need to dip. Although I guess, like, I don't know, Psylocke's gonna be fine over here, that's for sure. I think if I just regroup and heal before I lose a chariot, that's probably the much safer play. We'll let Grom heal cap, that's totally fine. Mostly I just want to deal with this business, right? I want to get a sick heal and all that. And we'll go from there. Whoops. Okay, just make sure we get the dodges. And then I'll start focus firing them trolls. That's the plan anyways. I got my mobility over here. Okay, nice. So we haven't lost any of the chariots. And then I just got a death blob it on top of Psylocke. So there we go. Very nice. Turn on the fire wheel. Okay. And then that heal should be able to patch him up real good. It's going to be some solid damage. Psylocke. Yeah, just going to keep on cycle charging. Not too bad. And so far, so good, I'd say. I'm not injuring his trolls, though. You can see he's dodging. This guy can dodge. Does make life a little bit harder. And, of course, he has the triple cap. Now, is that a big problem? I might be able to just potato across the field and get over here and maybe kill off some free infantry units. In fact, there's actually a decent amount of infantry here that I could potentially hit up with the melee chariot action. Okay, maybe a little bit of a buff. I don't think that's a big issue, though. There we go. And then we're just going to melee chariot him. Though his shots is still very painful. I don't know how I feel about this. That's a good charge, though, versus the Gobos. Oh, I lost one chariot, though. Very unfortunate. Kind of really want to keep those guys alive, but I should be able to at least wheel over here and get my first point re-secured. In the meantime, these guys will take back up into the skies, and I'll look for an opportunity to potentially banish his face. I have a decent amount of magic, so we'll heal. There we go. That's gonna patch him up. Sky Cutters are healing a decent amount. We still have a lot of ammunition. And we got one pick on the far side. That's nothing really too crazy. But if I can secure this point, I buy myself time. And boy, do I need that. Now, what do I want to banish, though, is the real question. Just the Rugludge, just to finish him off, maybe? Sure. I get a Goblin pick, though. That's solid. And the Rugludges are now dead. Thankfully, he wasn't paying too close attention to that. And as soon as I get air dominance, potential for just running around and sniping his guys gets really, really good. Ponchinator can only get so much work done. Alarielle's going to take up back into the skies. Whoops. Man, these guys really are having a hard time targeting what I want them to, though. One of them might die. Huh. Okay, there we go. We got the heal. So that's going to keep them together. Very nice. And then Psylocke is just gonna YOLO in. Alright. This is a janky game. This is a very janky game. Alright, and then do I want to use a heal? Crap, he routed one. Oh my goodness. Dang, that's really unfortunate then. Alright. The cooking is gonna need to commence. We're down a whole Sky Cutter. If I'm lucky, one of them comes back, but this ain't the best. Okay. I can at least keep them on the double cap, but you can see that the time is not on our side, right? Okay, so these ones are still alive, but they're gonna have to just, yeah, just leave fire at will on from a distance. Thankfully, we do still have Psylocke, who can definitely get in there. And if I can just time the killing of Grom, then we're good, right? If I can just kill Grom the Paunch, then everything is fine. Psylocke has to not die, though. What do I need? Well, more cavalry is not the worst. Yeah, maybe we get Grom. Oh, crap. I think that Sky Cutter's dead. Grom, though? Maybe not. Or maybe yes on Grom. If I can just kill Grom. Come on, man. Come on, you darn Sky Cutters. You just need a teeny tiny volley, I swear. Ah, I see his heal cap. All right. The end of the line is now, Grom. Oh, boy. All right, well, damage is actually half decent. And I'll be able to slip some cavalry in, maybe? Nah, probably not. We're not in the cookie jar just yet. However, Grom is slightly exposed. I'm going to turn off fire at will now and just leave him in the fight. We did manage to rout off some cavalry. That's good. And this is obviously a real take your time type of situation here. L'Oreal has to be very careful about the Paunch. He doesn't lead her into a terrible situation. Some stone trolls almost got put in a very bad position, though. That would have been hilarious, but unfortunately not. However, Grom the Paunch kind of getting worked on. Oh boy, yo, if I route him off here, the potential is super high actually to get a win. It's gonna need a little bit of work, but he has a ton of trolls. He has a ton of trolls. Okay, come on. Let you do all right. Let's see here, Swamp Things. Okay, yeah, there we go. So you can see he's healing up. He's doing his best to live. But he's definitely suffering. I'm in position to possibly take this point soon. That's very good. And that'll maintain my single cap. L'Oreal should be able to live with a little bit of a banishment over there on them. That's obviously a slightly risky play, but we're going to need to make some risky plays if we want to win here. Can I rout off these trolls of stone? Come on, give it to me. I'm going to have to settle for just a rout for Grom. Oh, but maybe a fat rear charge here plus the Lion Roar will do it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. How's L'Oreal? Still alive. She's still cooking. Come on, Grom. This is the most pivotal moment I could possibly hope for. If he routes and everything starts chain routing, we have a chance. We have a chance. All right, here we go. And where's the mass route? Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of a one here. It's not quite the mass route I was hoping for, but we got a little bit of work done. You know, Swamp Things are gonna be running. We're gonna be able to charge some Gobbos. We're gonna get Psylocke in there. Unfortunately, no Terror is really bad. But still, if I can just keep these Stone Trolls running, maybe I can start retaking some points very quickly. Oh, Stone Trolls came back. Can I get a rear charge on them? I think these Orc boys will be down at least. Whew, alright. I'm gonna need to capture these points super fast. I did get a pretty decent route. Unfortunately, my boys are just leeching back into combat. Oh, bro. I think he out-tanked me. Dude, Psylocke too. Psylocke, I don't know if Psylocke got a lot of work done. I think I would have won with the dragon. Dang, though. I feel like if I had like a couple more minutes, this would actually be maybe doable. I will capture this point in time, I swear, I'm going to capture these points actually at a fairly decent pace. It's not that, though. It's the fact that this last point I won't be able to take in time. Like, this one's down, and then almost immediately I should be able to take this one. Gotta make sure we actually capture this, though. Alright. Well, actually, okay, wait just one darn second. Wait a darn second! The trolls are routing! I have nothing to summon in, though. Oh, how much time am I gonna have? It really depends on how quickly we capture this. We're gonna bring in all the boys. Absolutely everyone. I'm gonna need to use these chariots to charge the big guns. I'm gonna have 100 seconds. I'm gonna have about 100 seconds to get in here. Crap, 90 seconds. That's not enough. There's no way that's enough, right? And he's already going back to this point. Dude, it was actually kind of close. Oh my gosh. Obviously, it wasn't that close at the end of the day, right? Like, you know, he's probably at like a 100 or 200 point lead versus me. If I was able to capture the first point a bit sooner, though, like... Oh, man, dude. Did I bring in enough there to stall the cat? Stop the cat! Oh, dang it. And Grom is back, too. He just resummoned the Mad Lad. Dang. GG, well played. Surprisingly okay. Surprisingly okay. I think obviously a Star Dragon would be better. But not the worst thing in the world. Psylocke got 2,700. That's actually a decent amount of money. If maybe I was just slightly more aggressive with Psylocke at the beginning, it'd be better. I did lose a Sky Cutter at the very beginning too. Dang. Dang. Alright, he takes the win. That's basically my semi-final game. If we don't make it to semis, I'm fine. We get to watch a bunch of fun ones. Turin's tournament, by the way. Check-ins have just opened up. Very exciting. For sure. Let's take a look at the horse archers. Not bad. Honestly, on a bigger map, it's like... It's close. It's close. Greenskins do struggle versus this. And the Skycutters definitely got a lot of work done. Could not kill the Ruglets, though. The banishment was worse than I thought it would be, unfortunately. And that's going to put Martin above us now. Which means we have our top 4. Alright. And they all have above 3 wins. Let's go ahead and get it started and end this tournament just in time for turns. Big Bees is the only one with Tomb Kings. Very exciting. Charix versus at Martin. At Solmir versus at Big Bees. Spec slot, please. Left side is top bracket. And the maps. Let me find the maps. Some fun games, though. I kind of just wanted to meme a bit today. Get a feel for different units. And there we go. Alright. And we'll be spectating Solomir versus Big Bees in the semifinals. What faction are you going to play in turns today? I might still try High Elves and try hard them. If Turin has not... Let's see, what are his restrictions? Arrows of Kurnos limited to 1, Locus of Conjuration banned. Are all factions allowed? Launch tourney, new season. Swiss SFT. Oh, whoops. I gotta spectate this. Swiss SFT. What do you guys think I should play? I'll leave it to you guys. What's on your docket? Memes were certainly had. Redeemed 10 squats. Yeah, I'll get my losers exercising. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. We're supposed to spectate Big Bees. Ah, whatever. It's fine. I'll spectate this one. Alright. Yeah, what should I play? I could try Acelin. I think Acelin builds could be fun. Gotta update that win-loss. Ugh. Wait, I think we're 5. No, we're 5 and 3, right? You're feeling like a greenskins. Oh. Yo, is Charix playing greenskins again? He had some pretty good success. The fact that it was that close, though, against a meme build makes me kind of wary of them, though. I feel like I really want to try Acelin, though. Acelin range cheese? Sure. Oh, alright. I'll ask Turin if it's allowed. I don't want it to get banned mid-tournament, right? Turin. Is Acelin's ability allowed? It has no cool down. Not sure if it's good though. Still 2 uses, of course. Acelin has a bugged ability, so probably not. Yeah, I think tentative high elves, but I'm ready to swap it out if need be. Could be a banger Petonia player, but you refuse to see the light. Okay, if not Acelin high elf ranged maxing, I'll go Petonia. How does that sound? Is that acceptable? So I'll lock in high elves now. Oh, he says it's allowed. Nice. Alright, we're doing it then. We're doing it! Alright. If the consensus is the ability's not very good, now we shall learn. No, Turin. You robbed me of Petonia? Yep. Yo, but think about it. Think about the content, man. I'm gonna have like a million Sisters of Avalorn. Campaign style. Yeah, I think Acelin Kite should be pretty strong. Because you just have damage amped Shadow Walkers for like a minute, right? A little over a minute. I think there's high potential. Will you stream the tourney? Nah. When it comes to like these Swiss tournaments, there's a lot of downtime between games, and that's actually the perfect time to get chores done. So unfortunately not today. I should not be looking at Charks' build in case I spoil or something. Betonia has no Nurgle. Yeah, I do have to relearn Betonia though. I feel like if there was a matchup that is technically favored for Betonia, I like don't really know what to do. Although I do wonder, a lot of people, I heard before someone say that Norska was bad versus Betonia. What do you guys think? You think Betonia can beat Norska? I know they have some pretty cheesy builds with the mobility to just pick off Norscan units. They got the mounted yeomen with the crazy range. That one's very fun. Betonia Norska is dead. For Betonia or Norska? Would you bring a giant against the counts? People used to, but in domination it's not as good anymore. Because one giant for 1500 gold, it gets out capture weighed by 2 zombies for 200 gold. That's a pretty rough day for the giant. All vampire counts have to do is not feed it. You think the Dread mod changes things? I thought you could just cav max Norska. Like, Norska doesn't have that much to do against cav max outside of Fimir and just holding the line. But if it's just Fimir, like, do you really have a big problem? What's Betonia's answer to Fimir that is not archers? You can just like cycle charge Lewin, right? Or you can use Alberic, leadership bomber. How does Norska hold 2 points with them? What else do you have? The trebuchets. Think about the trebuchets. Yeah, that's a matchup I would actually love to try it at some point, but not today. Alright, I'm taking off the wizard robe. It's getting too hot, man. Bunch of reasons. First and foremost, though, my PC becomes a heater when I play Warhammer. Companions with Alberic. Yeah, I'll try it out eventually. Maybe on Friday that'll be my Bretonia day. How about that, Pope Patty? I know you've been asking for 50 years. How do you even counter Bretonia with greenskins? Lack of anti-large. All right. All right. You Oh boy, we have some work to do. Okay, so first things first, anti-large greenskins do have. They have spears and they have big guns, both of which have anti-large. They also have armor piercing. And the cavalry's cheaper while also doing a lot of damage. So you can overwhelm their cavalry. Then you have generally sturdier archers. So you might be able to win an archer trade if it's just like infantry grind v infantry grind. And your front line should also be pushing in the faces of all the peasants. So as long as you kind of micro cleanly and use the cavalry quantity to your advantage, you're good. But definitely it's a big misconception that anti-large is what you need to beat Bretonia. It is not so simple. And there are units that don't have anti-large that do really well versus large units. Just kind of based on how the physics goes in the game. The physics in this game are more impactful than any stats, trust. Charges are like entirely dependent on mass instead of anything else, and like the speed of the unit. It's crazy. Do anything as greenskins and you beat Bretonia. Let's see, are greenskins advantage into Bretonia? I think the lack of mobile game is pretty rough. So if you're facing someone with better micro, I could see Bretonia really giving greenskins a hard time. But generally speaking, I think my money would be on greenskins most of the time. You should try trolls too. Trolls have been coming back in the meta just because of their overall sturdiness. Black orcs are also really hard for Bretonia to dislodge. Like, they don't have anti-large, but Bretonia just can't kill them. And because cavalry stats are so low, if they sit on the black orcs, it's gonna be a murder. You think it's super advantage? Well, I haven't played the matchup a ton, so I could agree. Zeench versus Beastmen. Interesting. Trebs for days. Everybody loves Trebs. I think maybe one Treb with chevrons is as far as I'd go. Anytime I see more than one Treb, I feel like Bretonia is losing on capture points if their opponent plays it right. If your opponent misplays, you win, but that's with many situations. But yeah, if you take a lot of Trebs, you really don't have that much capture weight. You're kind of relying on an army wipe. Attack speed enjoyer plays with 4 Trebs, and he wins like that. I've seen a game recently where attack speed enjoyer's trebuchet build got Wreckerino'd by just losing on tickets. So I think my theory still stands. Like, if attack speed enjoyer is beating Charix or Danican, yeah. Like, obviously artillery is going to be good versus people that can't deal with artillery. But I don't know. If we see a quad Treb build in the grand finals, all right, I'll eat my words. I was wrong about Grail Reliques back in the day. I'm ready to be wrong again. What is Triple Grail Guardian bad against? You'd say they're good against greenskins too, I bet. All right. Just having fun, though. What are we looking at? Sharks with the garbage Zeench Man-Tide. So, Zeench can kind of pull a weird Man-Tide. Just take a bunch of infantry. One thing I've noticed Charks experimenting with a lot, though, is Exalted Pink Horrors. Now, of my opinion, these guys are garbage. They cost 1,000 gold for 20 power recharge. You can just take Arcane Conduit, and you get basically the same thing. The stats are, you know, they're okay. But the mass, well, actually, it's okay, too. The main problems are just super expensive. And if they die, you're kind of screwed. You don't have a lot of protection for them. But it kind of combos with the build. So Charks is going for a spell spam build. He has the nets. He has the blue fire. Zeench's Firestorm combined with the net to kill any expensive unit. It all makes a lot of sense. But when you go for something like this, look at the quantity difference, right? The actual number of dudes on the battlefield is extraordinary for the Beastmen. And it doesn't matter if you have a lot of magic, if you just get murdered. So I do question how Charks will play this. Now this is an RTK playoff. If these players train together, then Charks probably knows what to expect. And he's going to go for the blue fire. Straight into the Brave Shaman of Death. No dodge. He takes a quarter HP off. He has Purple Sun. Alright. Nothing too crazy. I will say, yeah, he's got to tuck himself away in the trees. And Charks already has just a smidge of value, right? There's really not too much going on. A lot of posturing, right? Charks figuring out which side of his opponent's formation he wants to attack. Looks like first fight will be over here. But the Beastmen getting a big downhill charge straight through the Marauders of Zeench. They even get friendly fired. And the double punch! The chariots followed by the Centaurs. The bracing is broken. And that means that their mass is garbage. Getting knocked down the hill. Many entities die that way. But, second big play. Ginormous spell. That's the Flames of Zeench. The, what's it? The Zeench's Firestorm. There you go. Killing off an entire Centaur and the Blackhorn's Ravagers. Or at least disabling them. Reducing most of their actual effective HP. Pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. Now, there is a limited pool for Zeench still. You can't just spam magic forever. Even though Kairos does give you a lot of magic to work with. He will run out at some point. Gets another net on the Tuskor chariots to save his Forsaken. That's a pretty cool play. But one of the blues is getting caught. I don't think they got that much damage either. So the Beastmen are certainly punching back, and value is flipping around like crazy. Still anyone's game, but definitely slightly advantage to Charks, if we assume that the late game is equal. But not entirely sure about that. I would generally say Beastmen have a stronger late game. The damage is pretty high. Exalted Pink's doing the best versus the Gore Herd. And they route off one. You get a little bit of a terror route thanks to Kairos. That's one of the great things about him. And hey, okay, here we go. So this is a playmaker right here. Changebringers. Extremely high DPS. And once you've secured the range advantage, the damage they can do is insane. I don't know why my audio is so quiet all of a sudden. But anyways, they can do a lot of damage. And he's basically turning the game. It's really quiet. It's weird. He's turning the game into a game that revolves around these guys. And he's hoping that his magic will be enough to keep them alive. Now already they've lost a decent chunk of their shields to some Ungor Raiders, but that's obviously not permanent damage. And the literal return fire is going to hurt. Surprisingly not much, actually. The Ungor Raiders are actually on a hill, so most of the fire is shooting over them and back behind them. Accidental positioning, I presume. And that's going to be pretty rough. Misses a Zeench's Firestorm too. Martin on point today with the sick dodges. And that's going to make it pretty tough for these Changebringers. Yes, one Ungor Raider will be terror routed, but that's not a full route. They will be back. Kairos can't exactly kill those guys either. And there is a triple cap going on. We're looking at about 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes of grinding and the Beastmen win this. Another great volley though from the Changebringers. He's just kind of dumping as much ammunition as he can right now away from the Raiders to try and get that value for the D-summon. Because he kind of needs it. If you look at the capture weight, what does Charks actually have right now? Maybe 5 capture weight worth of Forsaken. Maybe 2 worth of Spawn. These guys are going to die. So not exactly the best situation. Some nerfed Slongors are arriving too. They got a charge bonus reduction. I still personally think they're more or less just as good as before though. And they will be diving into these Exalted Pinks. Their armor is not very high, so I think Slongors will do really well there. But look at this. Nice play from Charx. Sniping yet another archer. Only one is left. And the Changebringers surely will be able to kill these guys. A potential Lord snipe is coming in too. Will it hit? Absolutely. Lord gets it right in the back. Plus a blue fire. Oh my goodness. I think that was overcast. And he's running for the hills. For leadership. And the Changebringers hot on his tail. Purple Sun is dropped though. Deletes an entire unit of Forsaken. A risky play indeed. But now the blue fire is coming in. And the cookery is on. Oh my goodness. We got some cooked goat today. He lives. But he's definitely off the battlefield. Just look at the damage dealt. Damage sustained minus 80. I don't think that's coming back. Somehow he's been damaged by artillery. Do these guys give a damage by artillery debuff? Holy crap, I think they do. Wait. Changebringers are artillery. Who coded this game? I don't know. Very surprising indeed. But as you can see, lots of value on them. They're going to be desummoned. And Charx will get a solid net, you know, like 700, 600 gold off of them. The problem, it took them about 6 minutes to do that and 1,000 tickets. Would you want to gain 700 gold for 1,000 tickets? Questionable. He definitely can't do it again. And if the Beastmen keep spawning dudes, Charx may lose this. Yeah, what a wild find. I can't believe it. Changebringers actually hurt leadership a lot. There's the desummon though. 600 supplies in Charx's bank. And plays are now to be made. We're going to see some Marauder Horsemen come on in. They're going to maybe rear charge these Slongors who may see her out. But still not a lot of capture weight. The only capture weight we see is this one Marauder and this one Forsaken. Points are kind of close, but as long as Beastmen summon to counter these guys, I don't think it'll be so great. It's going to be about like a 10-second capture for these Forsaken. That's going to be a while. We do see a route, though, of the Gore Herd. But if the cavalry show up in time, they potentially can hold this. Unfortunately for Kairos, too, he does not have capture weight, being a flying unit. He's also quite slowed right now, being so tired. Look at that poor chicken. And are we going to see a hold? Super close, but not quite. Not quite. Oh, my goodness. Barely held. Jeez Louise. It is going to flip eventually. But that puts Charx in a sketchy position. Beastmen can definitely still uptrade too. Let's say they ignore Kairos all game. That's okay. Technically, if you don't treat him like an actual unit, your army's still massively bigger than the Zeench army. And you can play for the other points. Kairos can't be everywhere. And if you just steal a couple points, you're set. Goreherd actually getting a pretty good charge too against a Forsaken. That's nasty, man. And the Lord is back, the great Brave Shaman of Death. Coming on in for round 2. He knows Kairos just spent all of his magic on the Zeench's Firestorm. He's going to use his Mega Army ability to try and secure this point. But how long is it going to take? I suspect quite some time. I don't think this is going to flip anytime soon. Unless this blue gets on there. He's going to need the blue, the Horseman, and the Forsaken all working together. I guess it's not that much here. It's more defending this one that's worrying me. High Ground 2 is actually slightly favored. We may see Martin actually slowly fall behind too. He doesn't have that many forces, but oh no, look at that. The Forsaken get routed. Chased off by the Gore Herd. That means it's a 2 infantry advantage on this point. And that means it should be captured in about 10 seconds. That is a very short amount of time. Beastmen will have to hold it for about 3 minutes. Quite substantial, I would say. But yeah, look at that. Lord is on there. We got some Pestigores. But Martin's definitely down trading now. And with 3 minutes on the clock, it ain't looking too comfortable. Capture weight is there. It's swinging a little slower than I think he would hope for. He's still going to capture it, though. Oh my goodness, what a slow capture. Very slow capture. He gets the point, though. But I don't think these Pestigores are going to live. These guys, though, oh my gosh, the rallying of the Beastmen. Can they steal a point? Maybe. We'll see. Kairos getting in there, too. Gets another Zeench's Firestorm. His magic is truly endless. And if he loses the Pestigors, that's just super duper bad. I don't think Kairos is going to die. I think he misplayed. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my gosh. The 100 to 0 Zeench's Firestorm with the Kairos. Martin going to be going for the counter punch. Oh, and the Horsemen run right through it. But it doesn't stagger them. So they just walk right through. Some Vortexes will stagger. Others will not. And that's pretty rough. Because now look at this. Martin's trying to send in more units, but they're now out of position. They won't actually be able to get here in time to do anything. So these Pestigors are now out of position. And we're looking for an attempt to steal the last point. Honestly, this is looking pretty bad, though. Dang. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Zeench is bad, though. Yeah, I think Charks is making good out of an awkward situation. But this game being close is not the greatest sign for Zeench, I must say. Martin's still playing it out very well. But I will say Charks has been making some crazy plays with Kairos. Look at that, 3,300 value. Some of those Zeench's Firestorms, too, probably shouldn't have hit. But this is a build that I think if you're not ready for the spellcasting, it can really get a lot of work done. I'm also noticing, like, no Centigores. Anyone else see that? There's, like, no Centigores. You'd think, like, 1 or 2 Centigores just, like, here and just hit up the infantry, would just delete these guys. Centigores to push back the Horsemen, but it's actually mass Pestigores, which Kairos happens to be amazing against. It looks like Zeench Trickery is going to win the day. He gets another Purple Sun, but look at the value difference. Very different compared to Kairos. Although still not bad. Killing a few Forsaken is always very solid. But I think it's pretty over at this point. Unless Beastmen make a massive play. You never know. Ticket-wise, it's still kind of close. So if Martin gets like an infantry unit here and then a Centigore, maybe? What does this ping do? Okay, it's not doing anything. Whatever. Is this a button that does anything? Oh, look at that. Oh. Can the players see that? I sure hope not. That would be awkward. Interesting. Well, that's kind of useless. How's the game going, though? Looks like it might actually be a comeback. Despite all of Charks' plays, Beastmen might actually be able to come back here. They have the Lord here. They have 3 Chariots. That's already 6 capture weight. Plus 9. Oh my goodness. Charks, no. Not like this. You can see it in 2v2. Huh. Interesting. But is Charks actually going to lose this? Wait. Beastmen need to hold this for 2 minutes. If he's out of magic too, you'd think he would spam blue fires if he had it available, but he's not. He has 1 Forsaken, but a bunch of Horsemen. He technically doesn't have enough to deal with the Slangors. He will have 1 infantry unit coming in, though. So, this is his capture weight, right? These 2 guys. This guy's probably going to die to one of the infantry units. But if he can somehow clear off everything here, I think he can still get it done. Bluefire lands on the Lord, too, getting a really nice amount of damage, actually. And if the Lord dies again, I think Beastmen, I think they get screwed. Martin, though, finally with the cavalry. He gets it in. Bray Shaman, oh my gosh. If this Bray Shaman stays, he's a Chad, but he gets terror routed. Attacked in the back, 0 leadership, should be routing soon. 4. Ooh, but a massive hit, and that launches him into the route zone. Centigores have arrived, though, but there's the net. But I think this 1 cavalry unit's gonna do it. The blues simply cannot fight this. The Lord loss penalty is not in. And I think Charks is gonna lose with Zeench, guys. Blue fire, though. Lord Snipe, minus 16. Again. Give it up for another minus 16. Lord died recently. That's going to hurt the Beastmen. Martin just has to hold this for 50 seconds. Can it be done? He's not microing the Centigores. A little bit of a misplay. But Charks needs to bring in more capture weight. He has it, though. 9 capture weight coming on in. They'll be here in a few seconds. But they're going to be countered by these guys. And you can see weight is still in favor of the Beastmen. I can't believe it. I thought it was over. Is Zeench actually that bad? Holy moly. If Zeench had light cavalry, this would have been over 10 times over. Saying that too many times. Oh, but the massive charge from the Centigores. And will it swing? No, not with the Forsaken. Maybe with the Horseman. Desperation. He gets on the point, but it doesn't. And that's a very bad sign. It takes one unit about 20 seconds to capture the point. And if it's not swinging, that means it's over. Not enough tickets. Charx gets knocked out by Martin's Beastmen. I think he had some crazy plays with Kairos. That's insane. It really was just the Zeench late game trickery. And the fact that Exalted Pinks kinda suck. I have still not been very impressed with them. But hey, I meme, Charx memes. Maybe he'll discover something that absolutely shifts the meta. But not today. Stay in lobby, please, for finals. Make sure build time is under 10 minutes. So we finish in time for turns. Dang, crazy match. Bray Shaman actually did pretty decent, despite being significantly cheaper than Kairos. This is why magic spam builds tend to be pretty bad. Because if you think about it, Charx spent like 2,000 gold on Kairos. He spent 3,000 gold on these guys. And he got about 4,000. Plus this value, right? But if you just take like a vanilla Bray Shaman for 900 gold, he can get 1,800 by himself. So it's a little weird, right? Like these guys all combined barely pay for themselves. He paid above his weight, almost double. So it can be a little sketchy at times. Just something to keep in mind. Changebringers was an excellent call though. 1,700 value. I feel like if he had a second one, he might have been able to army wipe the Beastmen. But then he wouldn't have been able to capture the points. So definitely a tricksy situation to Charx. But very well played on both sides. It's true, that's true. He did have to pay for the guy twice, so maybe it wasn't as value. I do think he didn't need to die though. He could have he could have hit in the trees a little harder, but you are right. You are right. He did die twice. We'll see. All right, so that's that one. It's Solmir versus Big Bees. I'll go ahead and message them. Yo, let me know when done. All right. So we'll get this done. I'll go ahead and play in turns, and then life will be good. Some fun matches today, though. Big tussles. Yeah, I'm going to play in turns tournament in 25 minutes. He said Aislin's army build, Aislin's like double mega range thing is allowed, which I welcome. All right, Turin. Turin is, you know, he's ready for the chaos. I wasn't, so I just banned it today. But if Turin's ready for the chaos, I'm gonna bring it. I think it would be crazy not to, right? And then we can truly see if High Elves can have a decent win rate if you give them some insane ranged firepower. We'll see, we'll see. Right now we're just waiting on the last match. I think personally, I think it's good, but I don't think it solves many of the high elf problems. Yeah, that's my stance on it. Like, I'm definitely going to get a few free wins just because I'm going to snipe some very important things early on. But, like, at the end of the day, even if you do use all your Shadow Warrior ammo, do they even get their values worth? I don't know. Which Lord are you playing? We're playing Aislinn. Okay, looks like the match is done. Alright. Do keep army building down to 10 minutes. There is another tournament coming up soon. Looks like Solmir actually won. Dang, it's gonna be Martin versus Solmir. Interesting. Versus Solmir. Alright. Very fun. Shadow Warrior. I feel like maybe some Plague of Rust action could work really well. Because if you take Acelin, you don't have magic, so I get to choose whatever magic I want. Is there any magic that will make my range damage do anything more? I'm trying to figure out. Let's see here. Flaming Sword? Anybody want to see Flaming Sword Acelin shenanigans? Just park your archers and just let loose. I would much rather reduce their armor, I'm not gonna lie. Mist Magic, Flintsing Har. It spreads. It's only minus 30 though. And I'm probably focus firing, aren't I? I could use Lore of Light to maybe net something. Because at such large range, you can dodge many of the shots. Lore of Mists, maybe? 80% base missile damage? What has that? What has 80% base missile? Also, that's not armor piercing increase, is it? Anyways, we'll see. I have plans. This is what I always wanted to do. Wouldn't a net be better? Probably. I think netting an archer unit and then just sniping them. But then I'm using 8 Winds of Magic plus Acelin's ability. I don't know how that value tracks. Man, if these Shadow Walkers had armor piercing, life would be so different. High Elf missile damage is all base. Acelin's ability and Flaming Sword. Let's see here. Okay, in this case, Flaming Sword might actually be decent if the armor is low enough. It won't do anything versus like Black Orcs, but maybe I can just save them for last, where I spam Oceanids. Like snipe all their archers and then Oceanid rush them with a bunch of cavalry. I could kind of see that working. But yeah, Flaming Sword won't really work for something high armor. That, yeah, I would just need like Plague of Rust and a net, probably. If you could use only extended roster and grab Shieldbreaker archers, dude, extended roster would help the high elves the most out of everyone, except for Tomb Kings, because they have some really OP cavalry. For anyone who doesn't know, they basically have Grail Guardians for 900 gold. Do I have to say more? They have Skeleton Grail Guardians for 900. The stats are insane. Why not use Sisters? Because in general, if you have those range units, your opponent's just going to walk forwards. But definitely if you go like a normal high elf build, and you take a bunch of Sisters, and you get to kill all the important units, it's not too bad, except for the fact that your front line will die. So like even if you kill all the important backline stuff, it's still not super reliable. I'll be experimenting though. I'll try out like Kite. I'll try out more normal infantry builds, and we will go from there. It is pretty funny though. If I get a net on a caster, I can just delete them off the face of the planet immediately. What if I bring 2 casters and I spam as much Winds of Magic generation as possible, and we just chuck out 1,000,000 nets to stall their advance? I wouldn't have enough for all the archers though, that's the problem. triple Skelly Grail Guardian build. Yo, you would love Tomb King's extended roster, Pope Patty. You can heal them with their army ability and passives. It's great. Alright, we'll press the players to get the army set up nice and fast. Handmaidens. Handmaidens are surprisingly good anti-large duelists that get all their value very reliably. And buff ranged archer reload skill. The thing is, Handmaidens also count to your 360 cap though. So it would be like Handmaidens embedded with Sisters of Avalorn. Lizardmen with Bless units. Do they have a Bless unit that's actually good though? Oh, we're taking a while. We're taking some time. They should have their army soon, though. Do they have the map set up? Am I the one changing the map? I am. I see. The map is Bray Valley. All right. Who's top? Oh my goodness. Did they not do their faction selection yet? What are they doing? How are they doing this just now? Or wait, technically. %55 missile block, 360 degrees. What's this? The Blessed Sacred Croxagore. Oh yeah, they do have pretty decent missile block. It's kind of similar to Oceanids. It's okay. It's alright. Greenskins with the Lava Spider. What about the Super Squig? What about that? Let's see here. What else? I still think High Elves win the most, though. Like, if you actually just enabled... Well, I don't know. The Tomb Kings... Like, Tomb Kings would just win because they have a super OP unit, right? Does anyone else have something that's more OP than the Tomb Kings? I don't think so. Even though it's not a flashy unit. It's just so good, and you can spam it all the time. Handmaidens are surprisingly good anti-large duelist? Really? That's kind of whack. You say that though, but nobody runs Handmaidens. What do you mean they get their value reliably? Yo, that'd be crazy if we saw a Handmaiden meta. Bloaty boys. The Karen unit is insane too. What does it have? It has like a rock drop, right? Nurgle extended roster. What do they have? They have units from other factions, right? That's not in the extended roster, though. Yo, how about the Chaos Dwarf extended roster, though? They have the Chaos Dwarves. They got the trains. They got the shipment train. It's no better than any other train, but it has more than 2 segments. Also, geez, Turin's tournament has a lot of signups. That's kind of crazy. I'll have to win every match if I want to actually make it to top 4 and show off the Acelin shenanigans. The thing is, if I win the tournament with the Acelin shenanigans, it's gonna get banned. Unless I don't win handily. Maybe I don't. I actually do really wonder how this pans out. But I'm ready. I got so many plans, so many range ideas. How many people are signed up? Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, like more than 40 people. And it's not even start time yet. There could be over 50 people in this tournament. That's insane. The only people qualifying are the people who win like 5 in a row. Crazy sauce. That's a lot of people. Haven't had this many people since like some prime time like Warhammer 2 tournaments. Both players. Are we seeing Beastmen versus Empire? In general, Beastmen's advantage versus Empire. I want to see if Martin has some sort of crazy play or if he's just going to try playing tight. This is what happens when Turin doesn't announce a tournament 30 minutes before the start. Partially, but also the update. Updates always have super big Turin tournaments. Alright, army building will need to be done soon. Get her done. The confidence of this Dark Lord. I did, what's it? I am in a pretty nice tournament now. I'm in a, what's it? Warhammer League or something? It's an invitational tournament. Yeah, Warhammer League. I just beat Navigator 2-0. The Sweat Lord, man. When I can Sweat Lord it, I do better. I sometimes still screw up royally, but I can give myself a little bit of confidence. When I'm memeing, though, I feel like there's players I can meme harder. Although, a lot of people don't, even if they could. I'd love to see Danican meme, though. Like, Danican just rolling in with the Nurgle one day. Just bringing in like the Nurgle Uncle for Uncle shenanigans. Can you believe the Chimera ROR is cheaper than Uncle for Uncle? Sad. Absolutely sad, man. They're building the pyramids or something? I don't know. I keep pressing them. Like, I don't want to rush the players too much, but also, like, I have a tournament to go to. This is getting kind of ridiculous. When did they get to army building? Yeah, it took them, what? Why, did it take them like 7 minutes to do the picks and bans? What are they doing? This is like a nobody, no prize tournament. I'll give them a bit of leeway, but like, you know. Come on, man. Okay, I'm gonna message the player, man. What's going on? They've been taking a long time with army building for the whole tournament. At this point, it's like disrespectful to Martin if he wants to play turns, you know? Okay, there we go. Jeez Louise, took him a while. Alright, now they're ready. I can ready up, and we can finally begin. Jeez, that took a long time. Alright, thankfully matches in this game aren't too long. So we should be finishing this just in time for turns. Yeah, he might be getting some clan help. That happens. Clan help is fine. But just don't make it take 50 years. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta be respectful to the players and the hosts. You know, Martin did his due diligence. He was ready. Alright, let's take a look. What do we got? What, some huntsmen? We have some spearmen, alright. The Hellblaster volley gun. Alright. Martin going in for the wild plays. What a mad lad. That's actually pretty crazy. Hellblaster volley gun, alright. On a personal note, I would say this probably, well, on this map, maybe it's good. This map is very concave, so Hellblaster can just shoot over basically all the units. Hit whatever it wants. The bigger issue is actually defending it. Yeah, a volley gun. Crazy sauce. Alright, we'll give it a go. It will be good versus skirmishers, that's for sure. Interesting. Alright. We got some ungores, we got some gores. A little bit of a wild position. So he wants to capture this point as soon as he can. The better long rifle, yeah. Alright, both players should be ready. Come on, ready up. What we got? We got Fate Buna, we got Spirit Leech, we got Aspect of the Dread Knight. And there's the ready. We got Gelt. He has Plague of Rust. Searing Doom. Okay, okay. Yeah. Beastmen build is very standard. Weird that it takes that long. I think if you're being coached, right? You know, if people are feeding you builds, it can take a bit longer. As long as you don't stall the tournament while doing it. But alright, here we go. Volley gun time. Let's enjoy it while we can and try not to stress about being late for turns tournament. That's in 6 minutes, but we should be good. The finals are away. So what? We got Hellblaster volley gun. It's wheeling up. Can't see the ungores just yet, though. Capture points are being taken. And where does that leave us now? Well, Empire does have some pretty good control of the space. So you can see the volley gun. Let's get to a tactical view. The volley gun controls all the area around... Whoa, that's not smooth at all. All around there. Couple sneaky Slangores, by the way, in the woods. But yeah, it covers both points on its own. And that makes it really easy for the Empire to secure points if needed. So that basically means Beastmen are just going to need to have a very strong rush into this build. Or they're just going to have to let the point get stolen and then maybe do a build-up strat. I think those are really the only options we have for today. Hellblaster volley gun gets a little bit of deeps on the ungores. Nothing too crazy, though. We're going to see some outriders arriving. A little bit of a volley. But overall damage is pretty minimal. Interesting. Nothing too crazy going on right now, though. Both sides are kind of just posturing. I'll catch up with chat. Maybe the clans have a document of all the players they face and the VODs of their past games. Yeah, you can do that. In general, though, better players will just win. It's a lot of work, too, and metas fall in and out of favor. Players tend to change up their builds a lot. So it might actually not be as efficient as one might expect. Also, wow, crazy flank from the Beastmen. All right. Buna, by the way, routed off the grenade launchers. Very nice play. Honestly, I think this is bad for Martin. I think Martin's in a terrible position right now. Too lazy for that much work? Yeah, same. But hey, some people want to get the advantage. It's how they play the game. I can respect it if they want to put the work in. This is decent. Pestigors have 25% missile resist, but it's not gonna destroy everything, is it? They still don't like getting shot. And okay, we have our first magic. Unfortunately, hyper whiffed. Maybe a misclick, not entirely sure. But Gelt gets a pretty big miss. It's a fairly cheap spell though, so not too impactful. This though is actually really good. He's line of sighting the volley gun. Now, it's not going to do that much damage anyways, so its missed shots won't be the end of the world. It's more so, can the Empire survive kind of this big barrage of Beastmen when they're 1,000 gold down? Generally speaking, I'd say no. But there are great swords in the front line. And this is a very precarious position for Beastmen. Empire Knight summons can just come in the back, and you can see Martin very smartly saving up supplies. He does lose one of the Empire Knights, though. I think probably to Abuna. This is looking a little rough. Big charge, though, right into the back of the Centaurs. Very nice. We're going to see a Plague of Rust. And there we go. There's a big summon. So Royal Altar of Griffites right into the backs of the Centaurs. So the plan here for the Empire is trying to peel for their forces, right? So this cavalry force has to clean up this little pocket. And then they got to start collapsing in on the rest of the army to actually, you know, kill them. The problem, though, is that they have to do that before the army manages to get into the cookie jar and kill all of the Empire troops. It's like Riders of Rohan situation. You basically want to try and save your boys. But I'm a little skeptical of how it's going right now. Yeah, Outriders are trading decently. They're getting some shots in. But it ain't too crazy. Centaur throwing axes getting hit up pretty bad. But the front line's not collapsing entirely, right? Look at the great swords. They're doing fine. Gonna have some Razor Gore herd coming in. But they'll be blocked by a couple swordsmen. And of course, Empire is fighting downhill. Beastman's fighting uphill. That is a very slight disadvantage for the Beastmen. And surprisingly enough, the Hellblaster volley guns do hold. Shooting straight point blank into the Slaanesh. Look at that. Shredded. Absolutely shredded. A couple ranks of Slaanesh just get murdered. Is Martin actually going to win this with the Hellblaster? That might have actually sealed their fate, because now they have the damage by artillery debuff. That's going to reduce their leadership by 10. Brutal. And he's gonna have to deal with this artillery piece at some point. Great swords have managed to hold the middle line. It's close. I still think it's a little sketchy for the Empire, though. New patch? Yeah, did new patch make it so that they shoot a little bit easier? Maybe. That was actually pretty decent targeting. Map is actually pretty good for Empire, yeah, despite being a Beastman map. And a big play, too. Searing Doom drops from the heavens. Smashes the Centaurs. Gelt with the Mega Valley. Finally getting that huge Centaur hit that he's been looking for all game. But Abuna drops on the Royal Altar of Griffites. That's going to hurt him a lot. Very, very likely the Griffites will be just going down. There's no healing for them. They are tanky enough to survive the Buna, but not that on top of a cav charge. So, yeah, it's still going to be a little sketchy. That actually massively swings the value in the favor of the Beastmen. But they're still losing a lot of units. The question, though, does Empire have any more cavalry? So they've lost the Outriders, they've lost the Griffites. They have one spear on the point, so they're not super behind on tickets. But in the late game situation, Beastmen Centaur play is pretty nasty. Let's take a look here. We got the Slaanesh charging into the backs of the Free Company, actually doing ludicrous damage because they're not being respected. So free rear charge attacks here. That's actually a bit of a misplay. Should have just killed them. Oh, there's Free Company. Are you going to fight? It's just two Slaanesh, man. They don't even have melee defense. It could kill them. Oh, that's not good. Artillery's going down, and I think Beastmen are actually swinging back now. As soon as those Altdorf Griffites got Buna'd, I think it's basically done for. And the thing about Beastmen is they have far, far superior cavalry. So I imagine that's just going to be game. A lot of downhill charging, yes. Although Beastmen have also gone some pretty good downhill charges, just from the massive flank. So, color me slightly skeptical, especially with Geltinator running out now. He was on a horse, not on foot. Paradoxically, makes him easier to snipe. And yeah, I think Empire had a fairly good hold. They had a fairly good mid-game where they almost came back. But taking the artillery piece against the Beastmen is always very risky, because they are very good at rushing into the Empire lines. The high DPS is enough to get through the Empire Spearmen. And unless Martin manages some crazy plays, this is probably not going to go very well for him. Let's take a look. Empire Knights. Well, they might save Gelt. He might even get back the middle point. In which case, we're in for a scrap. That would be actually pretty funny. Turn's tournament has started, by the way. Let me just boot that up real quick so I can get you guys the link for when after this is all done. I'll also need to find my opponent soon enough, but we'll just finish casting for now. And there you go. Yeah, Martin taps out. Well, just in time for turns. Honestly, not a terrible hold. I think Beastmen just had a little bit too much oomph, though. Slaangors are really good here. This is post-nerf Slaangors too, but so did the normal Gors. Just high damage, high charge bonus. Anti-infantry into the Empire is very good. And then, of course, once you don't have that cavalry advantage anymore, you're kind of screwed. Griffites were a nice call-in. Honestly, I think he would have been better off with 2 Reichsguard. But that's assuming you're super on point and watching out for the Buna. Without it, it's gonna be sus. But anyways, we have turn stream beginning. So there's the link to anyone interested. GG. GG's. Congrats on the win. Do try to not cut it so close next time, though. Alright. Driver. So I'll go ahead and message my opponents. Hey. And I will leave the stream in for Turin. I got some chores I gotta do. So I'm gonna be doing that between the Swiss rounds. Hope you guys had a great time, though. Peace out. Enjoy Turin's stream. He's also on Twitch. I know I gave the YouTube link to my Twitch chat. But, you know, watch whatever one you want. Peace. And yeah, I am playing in turns. It did literally just start right now. But I won't be streaming. I play I play Warhammer tournaments for work, and I play it to relax. It's crazy how that goes. Oh yeah, I should raid him on Twitch. That's true. I forgot. Twitch can do that. Sure, I'll set that up on Twitch. Everyone on YouTube, you can just click the link.